Wahaha. Wahahaha. You better stop talking, little bird.
Are we unmuted? Oh,
yes,
okay.
we are unmuted.
Okay. Gamers.
Fuck you. You little shit.
Hello.
That's all you can say, hello.
Well, this is your stream. You gotta explain what we're doing here today.
We're still on the loading screen, but yeah, I'm gonna go switch now. Ha 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 ha.
Uh-huh. I had a feeling. You know, deep down, I had a feeling. I'm like, she's gonna draw herself as like a hot boy, isn't she? She's gonna do a hot boy version of herself.
Because why not?
You know, it's kind of funny seeing us like next to each other, like very similar character. Wow, our character design is just like.
This is actually like a full PNG. It's not just like a
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually a full PNG. Like, hold on, let me like move it around a tiny bit.
Ikimen Otome, for real.
Like, see, it's actually a full model.
Whoa! Get that knee out of my face.
No, I'm gonna fucking knee you in the face. Fuck you. Hello, Gabe. ABS! Hey, always and yes, Ikimen Otome! Hey, Foss, lovely game night. Yes, touch starved. I know I've been teasing like playing this game since, I don't know, last week or something. But yeah, okay. I think a wizard is dead.
This was too much.
This was too much.
I'm Crow, by the way. For people who are fans of Otome but have not come by my stream, I'm Crow. Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, this is Mr. Corby Wing.
Shut the.
The wizard is like, oh hi, Crow.
Yeah, like, oh, you just finished streaming like that an hour ago. So do you want to explain why I'm here?
Yeah, here's the thing. Crow was never supposed to be here, actually, initially.
Yeah.
But let's just say one of my mods, whose name I'm not gonna mention, vs, started like recruiting people for my stream. I'm just like, and Crow was like, yeah, sure, I can do it. I don't mind. It's not late. So here we are.
Yeah, I'm here to do the pretty boy voices.
Here to do the pretty boy voices, cause God knows I can.
That's my ability.
So you better not fuck it up, or I'm gonna kick you out.
You are gonna be the voice director, so you gotta direct me on how you want them.
You
to
want
sound,
me to voice
right?
direct you? Okay, I want.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm an anime dub voice actor, right? You gotta. Okay, tell me what tone suits these boys the best, you know?
Okay, then one of them I'm gonna tell you to do a Kermit voice. Fuck it.
You act like I'm not down for that.
Oh, I know you're down for that. Wait, okay, I need to ask, is the music too loud for everyone, or should I turn it down? Cause it feels so loud for me. Yes, is like so power hungry right now. Tad loud. Okay, it's kind of loud for me too, if I'm being honest.
A little bit. It's not too bad. We are louder than it, but yeah, I would turn it down just a little bit. How's that, chat?
How's that? Is it still loud? Cause seriously, it's kind of loud even for me. Do you have to scream? Well, you know what? Maybe I should just go. Hey, how about?
It's just the music.
Yeah, I think it's just the music. The music is just so fucking loud.
Okay. Yes, you're the mod. You have to keep track of these things.
Yeah, VS. You're the only mod now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess whenever.
I guess we'll never know. Okay, new game. This
Exclamation point social. I don't think Otome has that.
I don't have that. I don't have that. All of that set up. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to like manually link it. VS. I am sorry. This is the demo of the TOUCHSTARVED prologue and not the finished product. Thank you. Yeah, this is a demo, guys. Not full game. Oh wow. TOUCHSTARVED is intended for an older audience. It contains mature content that includes but is not limited to horror, graphic violence, strong language, alcohol and drug references, injury, and dismemberment.
Oh.
Player discretion is advised.
Well then.
Do you accept the content warning, bro?
Oh geez, I don't know. I don't think I'm old enough for this.
Well, okay, stream's over. Okay, bye, guys.
Fuck it. Let's go.
Why is there a tutorial for this? Okay. In TOUCHSTARVED, your choices matter. The decisions you make may result in unique dialogue, interactions, or even choices in red text which contain exclusive content. Try playing through the demo more than once and choosing different options. You might even uncover a secret ending. And remember, there are no wrong choices, only interesting ones. Choose wisely and save often.
So save scum it. Also, VS says that I'm a bit low.
Oh, you're a bit low. Okay. So I need to turn you up to max. Okay, understand. Understandable. Okay.
Either that or I talk like deep into my mic like this.
You're gonna
How's that?
ASMR it? You're gonna ASMR?
Hello, chat. How's it sound?
Maybe I should also turn you up on Discord as well.
That might help you.
Because I do turn a lot of people down on
I mute you guys every time on Discord.
No, it's mostly because like on Discord, everyone is just so their mics are so loud, so I have to like turn it down because like wow.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, now you're too loud for me. Fuck you.
Yeah, well,
Bringing you down to 90%.
that's fair. It's usually where I'm at
But okay.
mentally.
You're 90% done with life? Okay then.
Yeah.
Left click. Progress text and dialogue. Mouse wheel up. Rewind text and dialogue. Mouse wheel down. Progress text and dialogue. Spacebar hide the UI. Alt. Activate skip mode. What?
When you want to take pictures of the hot boys without the UI.
Do you want a picture of a hot boy?
Well, I don't know. The game's giving you the option.
Okay, mouse wheel up is rewind text and dialogue. Okay then. Choose your name. What name do we want to choose? Do we want to put in Crow's name? Because I will.
Whoa, why me? This is your adventure.
No, I'm not Otome.
Okay, so what's your Ikimen name?
I can.
Oh my God.
I mean, mine would be this. Just because my name isn't my name, it's a title.
Otoko. I know.
No, let's put in Crow's name. Why not?
Fine, we're crow this time.
What do you
Fine.
want?
I'll kiss all the cute boys. I'll do it. You think I won't?
I think this is what VS wanted.
This is exactly what VS wanted. Yeah.
I think this is it. This was VS's plan all along. The gay agenda for Crow.
Yeah. Yeah. VS is specifically VS's gay agenda.
Is this what you wanted, VS? Is this what you wanted to see? Was this your master plan all along? I can't believe it. VS, the master manipulator.
For real.
Okay, submit. Choose your pronouns.
Are we going full? Are you role playing me now?
I mean, you do identify as he, him, so you're
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess if we're role playing me,
you're painfully straight.
listen, I'd appreciate a good boy or two.
You can appreciate a good boy.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, we haven't even gotten past this.
But you're gonna be the main character, so you're gonna be reading the protagonist bits.
Okay, here's the beginning. Okay. This world began to unravel long before you were born. It began with fogfall. Spectral mist bled from the scenes where reality wore so thin it split. What the fuck? I feel like I had a brain aneurysm reading that for a second. And from the fog emerged monsters, inhuman beings with unnatural powers. Some possessed language and intellect, others were mindless beasts driven by a little more than the desire to slaughter. As cities fell and unrest spread, humans united in their fear, while monsters thrived in the chaos. And then there's you, Crow! You're not even sure if you're human, you were born cursed, with hands that alter the minds of anyone you touch. Choose your backstory. Okay, Crow, which backstory do you want? You get the choice here.
I love this has turned into my story now. This is your stream, but it's my story. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? I need to make this bigger. Hold on. So I can see properly.
You need to make this bigger.
The unnamed. You were raised as an oracle in a remote temple. The priest claimed your touch bestowed enlightenment, but visiting a mage revealed your curse for what it is. Following the mage's word, you fled in search of a cenobium?
Yes.
I don't even know what that is. You regularly experience unnatural premonitions that rattle your body and soul. An innate sixth sense gives you a heightened awareness of hidden supernatural presences around you. The Hound, a forsaken thief. You're raised by society's outcast criminals who accepted you when nobody else would. Partner in crime, a friend since childhood. The childhood friend route helped you steal enough money for a cure, then betrayed you. They left you only enough coin to travel to Cenobium, your last hope. You have sharply owned social intuition. You can survive and even thrive in the violent underbelly of any city, using your experience with the underworld to get ahead. Okay, the alchemist, the abandoned mage. In exile, Cenobium mage took you in as a child, raising you as her apprentice. She seemed to take pity on your curse. You discovered that she was cultivating you as a you go to use the test.
No, sorry, I was switching to Twitch for a moment. Okay.
You're an experienced spellcaster with encyclopedic knowledge of alchemy, spellcraft, and history. With a little observation, you can identify the subtle effects of magic. Well, I don't know. What are you feeling?
This is your choice since this is you technically.
You know what? Because technically Crow's backstory is that he is a magic user. Let's go with the alchemist.
Okay, we're going with the alchemist, guys.
We're gonna do some magic.
Gonna do some magic. Oh, thank you for the follow, Water Bunny. Thank you, and welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Hot Enemy Boy game. I saw that and I just I'm sorry. Your name is Crow. You selected he, him pronouns. Your backstory is the alchemist. Is this correct?
Yes. Base stream. Hell yeah.
Oh, yes, it's like a witch? I think alchemist is kind of... Well, alchemist is like, alchemy. How do I...
Like a science wizard.
Yeah, science wizard. But kind of, a bit of a quack. Depending on who you talk to. Base stream, yeah! Okay, is this correct? Shuba.
Yes.
Bring your mom back. The wasteland stretches as far as the eye can see. There's nothing out here but death, the ever-present stench of decay, and countless sun-bleached bones cast like seeds across the barren land. This is some nice art.
It is.
I could say death doesn't scare me, but to tell the truth, I'm desperate. It's been 2 weeks since I joined a caravan bound across the waste. Finding a group that would accept me was a trial in itself. As rations grew sparse and my canteen ran dry, I began to despair, but then I saw it. Ooh. You know, it's kind of Hades-like.
A little bit, yeah.
Iridia, the city of knowledge. One of the last bastions of humanity left in the world and home to the famous academy called the Cenobium. Oh, it's an academy.
Oh.
So that's what it was. All the world's knowledge gathered in one place. If there's anywhere I'll find a cure for my curse, it's there. All that stands between me and a cure is a final stretch of salt-soaked waste. Or so I think, until I see the first tendrils of fog snaking beneath the wagon. You wanna?
Wait, is this a character?
I don't think it's a character, but you know.
Wait, am I voicing the protagonist and the boys?
No, I think this is someone else.
Oh. Hushed voice. Is this fogfall?
My stomach sinks at the very whisper of it. A silent storm more devastating than fire. Dangerous in cities, but a death sentence beyond them. A thick blanket of fog engulfs us, smothering out the lantern's light. The wagon lurches to a stop. An eerie silence heavy as the mist falls over us. The only warning we get is a strangled scream.
Oh, is this me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Stay back! No!
Nice!
How was that?
Yeah. The cry dissolves into wet gurgling. Oh! Oh! Okay. Then the wagon violently pitches to the side. I hit the ground hard. The air punched from my lungs.
I could do a better gurgle. Hold on.
Go do it. Oh my god, you know you were really gurgling there.
That was, yeah. I'm good at sound effects too.
You need to expand your sound effects. When I opened my eyes, adrenaline lent sudden, awful clarity to the carnage around me. The trader I once shared bread with lies face down in the mud, their back reduced to long strings of torn muscle, gleaming gristle,
Ooh.
and exposed bone. Bodies litter the wasteland. Oh. Hot. Okay. I try to rise, but my ankle explodes with pain so blinding. White blooms across my vision. Only when my eyes adjust do I see the dark shape in front of me. Oh. Hot. A soulless stoops over the twisted form of a caravaner? Caravaner? How do I say that word? The fuck?
Caravaner.
Caravaner, okay. I freeze, but it swivels its head. A dozen bulging eyes twitch in my direction, and blink as one. Uncle Harry?
Shut up.
What? I have eyes in the back of my head.
Mm-hmm. This one also has an eye on his crotch. I don't think you want that.
You never know where are the places that I have eyes on. So.
Okay, let's move on.
The soulless lets out an ear-splitting shriek and runs at me. But right before it reaches me, the beast barrels past, vanishing into the mist. Distantly, a horse screams in the dark. I need to move now. Well, aren't you, Lucky Crow?
Yeah.
Okay, do you run for the sea or head towards the wagon?
You know what? Let's go for the city. Let's just beeline into
Okay,
the city.
let's book it then.
Go on.
I take off, running deeper into the haze. The fog is so thick that I fear I'm headed in the wrong direction until I see a dim pinprick of light emanating from the shadow of a spire. It's faint, but it's enough. I came too far to die here. Rapid footsteps echo all around me. I turn in circles, frantically searching the opaque mist for the source, but the fogfall twists and stretches down. Suddenly, the caravan's driver bursts forth from the fog. Our eyes meet too late. He slams into me, knocking me to the ground, and slips in a patch of mud. The soulless falls on him as soon as he slows. It catches the driver by his throat and rakes his stomach with razor-sharp claws. He comes apart like wet paper, spilling intestines and viscera in a steaming tide. Well, that's an image.
Jesus.
Well, that's definitely an image. Oh, I noticed the spines on his back is actually fingers.
Oh. This is a horrible creature.
Forbidden noodles, and they're everywhere.
Stop with your noodles.
What? Fighting the urge to heave, I claw frantically through the slippery muck for a handhold. Here's your
Do I
day.
actually have to? Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it. Shit.
There's your debut right there, your first line. Your
Yeah, there you go.
My hand catches on the jagged edge of a rib jutting up from the water. Bandages unfurl around the gouge turned torn deep into my palm. Wow, why was that difficult for me? The pain's quickly forgotten when a hand closes around my wrist.
Oh god. Okay. What kind of voice does this guy have? What do you imagine?
He looks kind of scummy.
Kind of scummy? I don't know, he's kind of a soft face. I thought he'd be like a soft boy.
Okay, so I gave him a kind of like a bitch kind of voice then.
Oh, hold on. I can do an accent too. Can you stand?
One of the travelers from the caravan leans over me.
We need to run.
They reach for my hand, and I realize too late that my bandages have come undone.
Oh god. No! Don't touch me.
The sensation of their thumb brushing the back of my hand sends a shiver down my spine. All it takes is one touch, and in the space of a breath, my curse takes hold.
Oh.
Their lips peel back into a deranged grin. It just sounds like your normal laugh, if I'm being honest.
No. Yeah, you know.
No, I've seen this face countless times before. This is my curse, madness of my own making. Their grip on my hand tightens until pain radiates from my knuckles.
Let me go.
Suddenly, clammy hands crush my throat, choking off my breath.
Oh god, we died already.
Okay, I guess end of stream, guys.
Oh god, do I have to do the crazy die.
It's your calling. Spit bubbles at the corners of their mouth and flecks my face. The edges of my vision darkens as my lungs scream for air. Ooh, spit bubbles.
Oh.
Scream for help, fight them off.
I'd probably fight them.
Okay then. My nails gouge deep into the traveler's wrist, but no matter how much blood I draw, they don't flinch. The more I struggle, the tighter their grip grows. My pulse hammers in my ears, slowing with each thudding beat.
Oh no.
Oh no! This can't be happening. I'm going to die, and not because of the fogfall or the soulless, but because of my own curse. Tears sting my eyes. No, not here. Not like this. The hands drop from my neck, leaving me wheezing for air. My lungs burn with each ragged cough. My vision clears and the traveler's face takes shape, hovering inches from mine. Lips still split in that macabre smile, even as blood seeps between their teeth. They give one last shuddering breath, then slump over the claws hooked through their stomach. Oh!
Oh.
The soulless shoves the body aside, and the glowing eyes studding its leathery skin thin as though grinning.
The monster's gonna turn out to be a hot boy, watch.
Hot boy! There's a flash of claws. Red spill across my vision. I thought there'd be pain, but as I sink into the murky water, all I can feel is the grit of silt filling my mouth and the icy embrace of shallow water. Distantly, I notice an arm resting among an outcrop of reeds, mine neatly severed at the elbow. I should have taken both arms. Without them, maybe I could have survived. Maybe I could have had a home. Instead, I'll die cold, alone, and face down in a desolate wasteland. A fitting end for a monstrosity like me. Wow, Crow, you lost an arm.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
If this is death, it's not as bad as I feared. The cold is gone, as is the choking stench of bog water. I could drift forever, cocoon in oblivion, until all thought and sensation vanished. No curse, nobody howling at me in madness and terror, nothing at all. The thought has a terrible appeal to it. But the next moment, I take a reflexive breath. Air pours into my lungs, then out again in a ragged gasp. Feeling comes flowing back, warm cloth on my bare skin, a firm surface underneath me, a strange tang of sulfur in the air. Is it anime boy time?
Is it anime boy time? You read this because we haven't seen him yet, so.
Okay, do not be afraid. It's a hot anime boy time. I twist my head toward the voice. Tears flood my bleary vision at the bright glow of lamplight.
Okay, what does he sound like?
He sounds kind of I think he would sound kind of dignified.
Try not to move.
The voice is calm, steady, and commanding, but more importantly, it's a stranger's voice. One thought cuts through my mental fog. I have no idea who this is, and I'm completely at their mercy.
Stay away from me.
My words come out in little more than a creaky whisper. I clamp my mouth shut, hating how weak and helpless I sound.
No.
No? Who the hell is this? Yeah, who the hell are you, motherfucker? Actually, you're still kind of hot. I'm sorry.
Who are you? Also, you're so pretty.
I mean, wouldn't you want to wake up to like a hot anime boy?
I guess it depends on the situation, you know?
So
What do you think? Should we do what he says?
You want to lie back down or you want to sit up?
Slide back down.
Okay,
We've been through a lot. We need rest.
Yeah. I let myself slump back against the thin pillow, wincing when the motion jolts my head.
Ah, a cooperative patient. Thank you.
Ooh, he likes that. The words swim in one ear and out the other without much comprehension. I pull the sheet up
just
higher,
like me.
wiping my eyes until my vision clears.
Just want to look at him a little bit. He's very long.
Heck yeah. The stranger towers over my prone form. Warm light reflects off his pristine medical coat. I instinctively shrink back, and that's when I notice that I'm completely naked except for a thin linen sheet.
Not again. Anyway, go on.
Naked, lying on a low cot, with a pair of sharp golden eyes watching my every move. The man's gaze flickers to my exposed, unbandaged hands. I plunge my hands under the sheet to hide them from sight, though it's too late. He must have noticed what they look like. Strange, cursed, inhuman. I brace myself for his inevitable suspicion and disgust, but his expression doesn't even flicker from that courteous smile. He just watches in placid silence as I struggle to make sense of my surroundings.
Where am I? Who are you? Oh god, I'm gonna be talking to myself. Okay. Be calm. You are safe here.
Whoever this is, he clearly has no idea who or what I am. I've never been safe anywhere with anyone. Even my
I'm
own.
so edgy.
Yeah, you're so edgy, man. Your backstory. You're an alchemist after all. Even my own mentor, my teacher, thought I was nothing but a convenient specimen to be used and discarded. Well, damn.
Jesus.
Crow, what your past? What life have you been living?
That's complicated, man.
God, a wizard is like, God, he's so pretty.
It really is.
I scowl, pulling the sheet protectively around myself.
Where are my clothes?
Yeah, where is it? The man's golden eyes narrow slightly. A sharp sigh rustles the papers in his hands.
I see you are not to be dissuaded. Your clothes were torn to shreds when I found you, but I procured replacements.
With a soft creak, he stands from his chair, giving me a better view of my surroundings. I seem to be in some sort of medical clinic. Bottles of silvery alchemical concoctions line the counters in neat rows. The air makes my nose twitch, a faint whiff of smoke, and something distinctly metallic that I can't quite place. The doctor produces a large, dense bundle of cloth, which he sets at the foot of my cot. He's easily a head taller than most, and I have to crane my neck to look at him. Wow, Crow, you're short this time.
Yeah.
Do you want him to watch or do you want him to go outside?
I don't think he'll go outside if we ask him, so let's just thank him.
Okay. I should be polite if I can, especially since I don't know who this is, what he can do, or what he wants with me.
Thank you. You are welcome. I will leave you to get dressed.
With a curt nod, he leaves through a narrow door. I hear a soft click as the lock turns behind him. I count to 3 in the sudden silence. When I don't hear any more footsteps, I reach for the bundle of clothes. An itch on my elbow stops me short. I reach down absently to rub at it, then freeze when my fingers meet a neat line of stitches. I know what I saw. That beast took my arm clean off. And yet, my arm shows no sign of injury apart from the black stitches poking through my skin. I gingerly flex my fingers, feeling my heart race at the sensation.
Are we like a Frankenstein's monster now?
Oh no! This is impossible. I should be dead, or at the very least, gasping out my last breaths. Wizen is like, no, come back! Don't worry, you'll see more hot anime boys. I squeeze my eyes shut, waiting for the pleasant dream to unravel, to wake up bleeding out in the swamp. But nothing happens. The seconds tick by, and my arm remains resolutely healed, my surroundings pristine and quiet. In numb disbelief, I reach for the replacement clothes and began stiffly pulling them on. They're thicker and warmer than mine were, with a black woolen cloak to go with them. But there's one thing still missing, my bandages. The golden-eyed man didn't leave me with any, even though I know he saw my hands. I slide off the bed and take a few unsteady steps towards one of the drawers. If this is indeed a doctor's clinic, there must be bandages somewhere. I start opening drawers at random, and of course that's when the door swings open once more.
Are you looking for something?
Your wizard like, he could have helped us get dressed, shakes my head. You want him to help you get dressed?
Why not?
Wow. Oh, someone... Oh, welcome, Yarrow Bloom. Hi, welcome to the stream. To be honest, how did Caress fix the arm and take off the bandage without touching MC's arms, forearms, and getting cursed? You know what? I don't know, honestly. Video game logic. We'll say that. Or maybe he wears...
We'll see.
I don't know, maybe he was wearing gloves when he was taking care of us.
True.
We're injured, no? More, please. I agree.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Did you already say this?
I already read it.
Okay. I whirl around, clutching a thick roll of clean bandages. I try to step back from him, but my legs bump up against the edge of the cot.
Your caution is understandable. Though if I meant you any harm, you would know.
That doesn't make me feel better in the slightest, but he makes no move toward me, so I quickly wind the bandages around my hands. The glowing scars and mottled skin disappear under a layer of clean white cotton.
May I ask why you need additional bandages?
I'm the kid that's late to class, so I'm lost, lol. It's okay, we're kind of still at the beginning, sort of.
Visual novel.
Yay, visual novel. I clenched my jaw. I knew it would only be a matter of time before he asked about my hands, though the way he does it is strangely roundabout. Say nothing, glare at him, decline to answer. All of these are kind of the same, if I'm being honest.
Let's just say nothing.
Yeah. There's no answer I could give without raising unwelcome suspicion, so I just shake my head and finish tying the bandages in silence.
I can only help if you tell me what ails you.
An involuntary snort. An involuntary snort of laughter escapes me. Where would I even begin? Would he even believe me if I told him? No, best to keep my curse to myself for now and learn more about him first.
Who are you? You may call me Kuras.
Yeah, you're hot,
I'm
Kuras.
assuming that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I think it's that.
And where exactly am I? Iridia, which I assume was your caravan's destination. I can't think of nowhere else for a group of travelers to go.
Oh,
Your voices are positive for reading this. Thank you.
yeah. Girl has more experience with some voice acting. I am just a schmuck.
You're a good narrator.
Yeah, I am just narrating. He he he.
The voice of God.
Reminds me of the anime where the characters are playing a visual novel, and the characters in the visual novel do think of them as gods. Yeah. Okay. Iridia. So I made it to the City of Knowledge after all. I should feel relieved, but all I can manage is a vague sense of increasing unease.
How did I end up here?
A wizard said, Crow, please give someone an Aussie accent.
Alright, mate. When we meet someone, I'll do just that. I brought you to my clinic, of course. You're the only survivor from the caravan, barely clinging to life. You needed immediate treatment. Which you provided? Yes.
He says it so simply, as if I'm a small child and he's explaining basic addition to me. I frown and flex the fingers on my recently healed arm. Damn. Aside from being a bit stiff, it feels fine. Thoroughly attached to me. Your arm is attached to you, Crow.
Nice. That's where I like it.
Heck yeah.
You're saying that you stitched my arm back on? Pardon? The Solus attacked the caravan, ripped everyone to shreds, tore my arm clean off. But when I woke up here...
I spent my entire life learning from a Cenobium mage, and I know of no alchemy or magic that could reattach a severed limb. Even if he somehow could heal me by magic, I should detect traces of it, but I sense nothing out of the ordinary at all. The doctor, Kuras, pinches the bridge of his nose. He sits back down in his chair, quiet for a long time.
I do not know where you came from. Hold on. I do not know where you come from, but Iridia is a city of knowledge and deadly secrets alike. Information is power. It is most unwise to give or receive it freely. Since you have refused to divulge your secrets, I will not divulge mine. I do not even know your name. I was just... You are new to Iridia, so I will overlook this specific breach of etiquette. However, you should not expect others to extend the same courtesy. Do you understand?
Hot enemy boy just scolded us. He looks pointedly at my freshly bandaged hands. Loath though I am to admit it, he has a point. I'm also a complete stranger to him, and if he's telling the truth, he saved my life. I take a deep, steadying breath. This time, when I speak, I sound a bit more like myself.
Crow. My name is Crow. You did this. This is your decision. It is a pleasure to meet you, Crow.
There's a little more warmth in his smile, his polite demeanor back in an instant. I guess we should thank him for saving us.
We should thank him.
We should thank him. I think he likes being polite.
Thank you for saving my life.
I chance a smile in return. Even if he won't explain how he did the impossible, there's no doubt in my mind that I'd be dead if not for Kuras.
Think nothing of it.
I'm not sure if he's just being excessively courteous, but his words only raise more urgent questions.
But I have to ask, why did you save me? You don't know me.
Okay, so in the end, our choices didn't matter. We were gonna ask it anyway. But he just liked that we were polite.
We got points. We got points.
Yeah,
with him.
we got the love points with him.
Exactly. Our social link went up.
The question seems to startle Kuras. I could. Oh, that was yours. Sorry. Sorry.
Ooh. I could hardly leave you to die in the wastes. Assisting those in need is the very essence of a doctor's duty. I've never met a doctor who also handed out free clothes.
Yeah, I've never met a doctor who gave me free clothes. He doesn't even give me candy. He just gives me like... He just gives me a glare whenever I try to tell him my fucking symptoms. My fingers find the edge of the cloak. There's a subtle but delicately embroidered pattern around the hem. I try not to think about what kind of price Kuras might ask for such well-made clothes.
No, I suppose not. Forgive my presumption. I rarely come across so fascinating a patient.
Oh no, he's secretly a mad doctor.
A quack.
He's a quack. I blink. What did he just say?
I simply meant the few would cling to life so resolutely, or brave such a perilous journey to Iridia.
Yeah, he is a quack.
He's something.
He's something.
I could not help being curious about you, Crow.
It's your first hot anime, boy, Crow.
Oh my god.
His voice dips to a soft murmur, and he abruptly looks away from me. I feel like you would normally say, I don't know what to say to that, because that is what you are.
that is usually my go-to.
That is definitely your go-to. I don't know what to say that, or I don't know how to respond to that.
Sure, fuck it. I guess if we're role-playing me, that's the route we're going.
Unless we want to score. Unless we want to score points.
You know what? Let's flirt. Let's flirt black. Let's flirt.
Let's flirt. You're pretty curious yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're pretty curious yourself.
Oh.
Am I? I like the way you looked at me.
He likes that.
Well, I haven't forgotten about my arm.
I wiggle my intact fingers at him.
Clearly not. But you haven't asked me for any payment either. I require none from you. Travelers do not have an abundance of coin, and it would be unethical to leave you destitute in a strange place.
I fall silent, unsure what to say to that. Nobody would help a horror like me for free. There has to be some kind of catch or trick, right? A loud knock at the front door stops our conversation cold and spares me from having to say anything else.
Duty calls. Unfortunately, you are not my only patient today.
The knocking grows more insistent, and Kuras lets out a tired sigh.
Please wait your turn.
Though he says it quietly, the clamor on the other side of the door abruptly stops.
Do you need anything before you leave, Crow? Oh.
Between the soulless attack and my miraculous survival, I'd almost forgotten why I came to Iridia in the first place.
I need direction to the cenobium. The cenobium?
Ooh, he's angry. The look on his face is downright chilling. He pauses, choosing his words with cold deliberation when he speaks again.
Whatever you seek, it is very unlikely you will find it there.
Oh no, he's very angry.
He don't like that.
He don't like it. He went from flirty to like very angry.
Cenobium's gates open for precious few visitors. Even if they did, you would not like what you found inside.
My heart sinks. Is he saying that I came all this way for nothing? Risked life and limb for nothing? No, that can't be. I've only just arrived, and Iridia is the largest city still standing. There has to be a cure for me here.
Then, if not the cenobium, where would you suggest? Do you know anyone else in Iridia?
I shake my head.
Then I suggest a local guide. Head to the Wet Wick and ask for Leander.
Ooh, I think that's the next hot anime boy.
Excuse me? The wet what? The Wet Wick.
He sounds deeply unamused. You know what? I want to screenshot that. Hold on, give me a second. I need to screenshot that. Hold on, let me use your our GMs as a place to save this.
Okay. Follow the postings advertising Leander's bloodhounds. They're difficult to miss. When you meet Leander, tell him I sent you.
Hold on. I accidentally pinned something.
Oop.
I accidentally pinned something in Twitch. That isn't much to go on, but Kuras points towards the clinic's back door.
You will be safe so long as you do not draw attention to yourself.
That's easier said than done. I've always been a magnet for the worst sort of attention.
If you require my assistance, you may return whenever you wish.
Though he's smiling, there's a note of finality in his voice. Resigned to my dismissal, I slip out the back door.
No, you don't want to go to the Magic Academy for your problems. Instead, you should hit up my friend who's in a gang. Yeah, listen, you meet Tony Two Thumbs and he'll guide you in the right direction. Trust me.
Yeah, what the boss said.
Yeah. You don't need no magic schooling or nothing.
Yeah, just like what the boss said.
God. A bunch of Italian gangsters just hanging out in this magic city.
And of course they would hang out with a doctor, especially if they're a quack.
Yeah.
I find myself standing in a narrow and rather gloomy alley. I pull the new cloak up over my nose, stepping over the contents of chamber pots that have been emptied into the streets.
Ew.
Something weighs heavily inside one of the cloak's pockets. My coin purse. Everything is still inside. Every last coin that I scraped together for the journey to Iridia. It doesn't even look like it was open. There were so few coins to begin with, they probably weren't worth stealing. I glanced back at the clinic's closed door. Kuras didn't take any payment. He didn't even ask for a future favor. But he also said that in Iridia, secrets are power. Does he expect me to give up mine at some point? That's not exactly a comforting thought. Still, no matter why he did it, Kuras gave me a second chance, and I lead on where I might find help. I'd better get going before he changes his mind. I squeeze out of the alley and into the crowded main street. Wizen, I miss him already. It's okay, we're gonna move on to the next hot anime boy. The line outside Kuras' clinic stretches down the road already. Two thin peddlers queue alongside withered elders. If any place is in desperate need of a free clinic, it's this one. The cobblestones are treacherously rough under my feet. Deep grooves worn between them by regular flooding and decades of hard use. I knew Iridia was a river city, but I didn't expect it to look so eroded. The buildings are tired and dilapidated, all crammed together in narrow streets. A child darts by, clutching something greasy wrapped in paper. The smell of fried food drifts over to me. My stomach gives a faint gurgle. when that happened, my stomach actually did gurgle.
Oh god. No. This morning's catch fried up hot and fresh. Not too many eyeballs today.
Not too many eyeballs today. What?
Yeah, you know, some of them eyeball fish.
Eyeballs. That sounds disgusting. But I'm starving, so I duck my head under the stall's grubby awning. Oh, thank you for the follow, Yarrow Bloom. What should I call you? Oh, you actually... Yarrow Bloom.
Why not both?
Why not both? So should I call you Mr. Corvy Wing? Mr. Corvy Grim Wing?
You stop that. You stop that right now.
What? What? Say it. Say it.
Nothing. Let's get on with the story.
A large fish leers up at me, its three bulging eyes still visible through the thick layer of crispy batter. The vendor gives me a gap-toothed grin. Three bulging eyes.
It's the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons.
The three-eyed fish from the... Oh, I thought that was radioactive.
Yeah, it is.
That fish is radioactive. What the fuck? What's this? Oh, that was you. Sorry.
That's me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What's the cheapest thing you've got?
The vendor points at a metal basket of what looks like long strips of savory fried dough.
Oh, you know, he should have a fucking Cockney British. Fresh long lads, 3 coppers a piece. Don't burn your mouth.
A Cockney accent. Oh, when you're done with the demo, the devs have a feedback to put out today if you have a pins you want to share with them. Ooh, nice. Okay, I might do that later then. I take the coins out, counting them gingerly. At this rate, I almost turned Cockney too.
Now you're doing it too.
At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Okay, no, I don't want to. At this rate, I might not even be able to afford dinner. Reluctantly, I drop the payment on the counter and take my meal. At this rate. 2 streets later, I pass under a wrought iron archway adorned with dangling garlands of red and pink lilies. The buildings in this quarter are a dizzying ride of color, painted walls and tinted glass everywhere I look.
Half of these accents are top tier.
We're all British now.
Thank you kindly.
These accents are top tier.
Good lord.
Sheer red and pink curtains flutter in open doorways. Musical voices call out invitingly. Incense mingles with the pungent scent of flowers, barely covering the salt and musk of warm bodies. Oh, this is the red light
It's an
district.
anime convention.
It's an anime convention. We had 2 separate thoughts. But yeah, it's the red light district.
Oh.
Oh, that is a very kind way to put it.
Entertainment
district. This must be Iridia's entertainment district. I'm polishing off my food and dusting the crumbs from my hands when I spot a poster. It features the silhouette of a smiling man wearing a single dagger-like earring and the word Bloodhounds printed above his head. A motto, as above, so below, circles the artwork. If Leander is the leader of the Bloodhounds, then the face printed on the poster is likely his. I followed the line of identical posters around a corner and nearly hit my head on a precariously dangling wooden sign. Looking up, faded orange letters read "The Wet Wick." How would they find time to make posters?
You know, this is part of the gang, you know, activities. They just do arts and crafts every,
It just being like, "Hey boss, does this look nice?"
Oh god.
The facade of the building looks like it's seen better days, but I hear faint music and laughter coming from the inside. The inside of the bar is a far cry from the abandoned exterior. It's not even midday, yet most of the tables and booths are occupied by a loose ensemble of people in matching green cloaks. I'm no stranger to bars. Sometimes I would take my books to the local tavern for a change of scenery, but I much prefer quieter places. And yeah, and Crow also gets drunk a lot.
Whoa. Hey.
A cursory glance doesn't turn up anyone with a dagger-shaped earring. I'm about to head towards the counter when a chant rises from the center of the room.
Oh, hold on. Let me reverb this a little bit.
Show!
You get everyone who's like watching the stream right now, you're getting the experience.
Yeah.
The remaining green cloaks abandon the bar and their booths to rush towards the center of the room in a sudden torrent. There's no time to move out of the way. I'm caught, swept along in the ale-stenched current.
Hey!
Rhythmic chanting drowns out my voice. I thrash, throwing out my elbows as the press of bodies grows heavier. My hip knocks into a table. I grip it, holding on tight to steady myself. But the crowd has stilled, the chanting stopped. A pair of gilded boots stride across the tabletop. Oh, the next hot anime boy! Oh god, those are some man titties.
What do you think he sounds like?
I mean, I've seen like his picture on like the trailer. He has that kind of like, he does have like sort of like that kind look, but it's kind of like he's a little shady, kind but shady.
Yeah, he seems like almost not like a cop kind of, but like a hunter almost, you know?
Yeah, like he does look helpful, but like that help kind of has, you know, some consequences behind it.
I think I got an idea for a voice. Seriously, you dogs again?
VS is like, man titties? Yeah, do you see it?
We'll see his face, but we'll decide.
Scattered laughter and cheers rise from the audience. I drag my eyes upwards. Oh
no, he'd be softer.
He'd be softer. A well-dressed man stands at the table in front of me, his broad shoulders framed by the thick lapels of a trench coat.
Oh, you know what? I know exactly what to give him. This really is the last time, alright?
Oh, is that the British accent? His personality is bursting at the seams. Occurs a wizen. Yes! He looks like a K-pop star.
He does look like a K-pop star.
He does, kind of. This time when he speaks, the audience falls silent, as though bewitched by his magnetic presence or rich, low voice. Oh, rich, low voice.
He does have a low voice. Okay, so he does have a rich, low voice. Okay. I'll go with my original one then.
Okay, but maybe give it a British accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, maybe he's Australian.
Oh yeah, maybe he's Australian. Okay, which one do you want? Australian or British?
You know what? I think if he's a little charismatic, I think we'll go Australian.
Okay, Australian then. But nothing is as captivating as his smile. He beams at the crowd around him, a performer on his makeshift stage.
Don't blink, or you'll miss it.
Oh, he's an Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, oi, oi. He laughs, and the dagger-shaped earring dangling from his left ear catches the light in a flash of gold. It would seem I found Leander. He raises his hand above the audience and snaps. A flash of pale green light, real magic, No ordinary stage trick blinds me.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, everyone, take a good look at him. It's the second hot anime boy. And he's making flowers. Hold on. Sorry, I'm using your DM as a place.
God.
As the brilliance ebbs, my gaze refocuses on the mage towering above me. He flicks his wrist and the magic spiraling around him coalesces. A delicate flower stem sprouts from between his pinched fingers. One by one, glowing lily petals spring forth. With a flourish, the mage presents the conjured flowers. The audience bursts into clapping and cheers. My mouth hangs open, and not just on account of the impressive performance. There was no incantation, no spell circle. I've never seen something so beautiful and intricate, conjured so effortlessly. Leander must be an incredibly gifted mage. No wonder Curus recommended him. Leander plucks the iridescent bouquet out of the air and turns in a slow circle, giving his audience a good look.
Now, who could use some good luck?
Eager onlookers scoot closer to the table. Some reach for the lilies while others whistle and call Leander's name. But his cool green eyes slide right over them, locking on me instead.
How about you?
A Wizen, I think, is taken by Ozzy Leander. My chest tightens. Every person gathered turns to stare at me. Well, we can't refuse the flowers.
Oh no, we gotta take them.
We gotta take them. I reach out, all too aware of the way my fingers tremble as I carefully take the flowers from him. There's no weight to them, only a faint warmth that radiates from the stems. As soon as the flowers leave Leander's hand, their light dims. They fade away in a shower of opalescent light. To my surprise, Leander laughs under his breath.
There's a problem with flowers. They don't last long, but they leave an impression, right?
He grins at me, and I find myself smiling back.
Oh.
Ooh, the man titties, man. I can't stop staring at the man titties.
God, he looks so close to an iteration of a crow that I made.
Is this what you want Crow to kind of look like?
He looks like scarily close to an older iteration of Crow that I made one time. It almost was what Crow looked like, but then I made him more messy.
This is a very cleaned up Crow.
Essentially, yeah.
Leander steps off of the table, dropping among the excited crowd with an audible clink.
Alright, bloodhounds, get back to your drinks. Show's over.
Yes, more emo. The green cloaks disperse at his command, returning to their tables and booths. Before I can make my way towards Leander, his eyes find me. He gives me a friendly wave, then beckons me over to the crowded counter. I manage to squeeze beside him, but there's so little room that his broad shoulder presses against mine. I tense, but he doesn't seem to mind at all.
This your first time in Iridia?
He says it lightly, with a genuine air of curiosity.
Do I stick out that much? No. Oh, no. I'm certain I'd remember. Fuck, I keep slipping into British. I'm certain I'd remember seeing a face as lovely as yours around Lowtown.
My eyes flicker to the polished countertop. I'm not used to flattery, and being this close makes eye contact difficult. Yeah, you are not used to flattery at all, are you?
Nope. Not one bit.
Nope, you are not. As if on cue, the bartender approaches us.
What does a bartender sound like? Hold on. I think that... What can I get you? surprise me. Anything my friend wants to my tab.
I wasn't expecting the generosity, but I have to admit, I do feel a little thirsty after all that fried dough. You know what? Let's get on his good side. We'll have what he's having.
Yeah. I'll have what he's having.
While the bartender leaves to fix our drinks, Leander leans his elbow on the counter. I'm close enough to notice the purple shadows under his lower lids. His eyes wander over me in return, and when they lock on my bandaged hands, a sour taste rises in my throat. Here come the questions.
Sorry, I had to let my cat in. Oh, what brings you to the Wick? Kura sent me.
He pushes his hair back from his forehead, but immediately falls right back into place. Oh fuck, I hate that action because it's too hot.
Oh, it's about work.
The bartender returns with a pair of glasses filled with what I can only assume is beer.
Yeah.
It's your favorite drink. I raise my glass and give it an experimental sniff. It smells faintly yeasty, but with an undercurrent I can't quite place. A quick sip confirms my worst suspicions. It's awful. Somehow briny and sour in a way that reminds me of pickles. I don't know how.
Ew.
I don't know what beer tastes like. Is it supposed to taste
It
like?
does not taste like that, no.
What is beer supposed to taste like then? Because I don't know.
It depends on the beer, actually.
Depends on the beer. Okay, then what beer do you usually drink?
I usually drink Sapporo or Kirin Ichiban, which tastes like wheat.
Tastes like you're just drinking alcoholic wheat then.
That is what beer is, essentially, yeah.
I don't know what beer
It's
is. I don't.
Except with Sapporo and Kirin Ichiban, it's made with rice wheat, so it tastes like faintly ricey. But it's pretty good.
Mmm.
Yeah.
But any thought of complaining dies the moment I look up and see Leander taking a deep swig from his glass. He lets out a satisfied breath.
How can I be of assistance? I need to get to the cenobium.
As soon as the word cenobium leaves my mouth, the entire bar falls silent. Ooh.
Oh no, it's like the Wild West.
Bloodhounds twist around their seats to gawk openly. Finally, an especially drunk one speaks up.
The hell are you bringing up the cenobium in here? Throw about this bloodhound's territory.
The vitriol catches me off guard. From the angry looks thrown my way, it's clear I've broken some unspoken rule just by mentioning the cenobium. When I glance at Leander, he's drinking as though he hasn't noticed the uproar. Only when he catches me looking does he lower his glass.
For the love of...
He drags a hand down his face.
Hey, keep it down, will you? This is business.
I tense, expecting an argument, but the outspoken bloodhounds silently return to their drinks. Only a handful continue to watch me warily.
Sorry about them. Cenobium's a bit of a touchy subject in these parts. They can have drinks and, well, you saw. How about we continue this outside?
Ooh, we're going for a walk with a hot anime guy. When I gave him a terse nod, he pushes away from the bar counter. I follow Leander to an alleyway tucked behind the wet wick, where layers of frayed bloodhounds posters have been plastered to the walls. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his likeness on the posters is impressive.
Kuros didn't send you here for the help with the cenobium, did he?
From the look he gives me, he already knows the answer. I glance away.
No, he didn't. He suggested I find an alternative. Here you are, asking about him anyway. What do you need the cenobium for?
I don't want to tell him about my curse. The less people know about my capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer.
Well, I see you're already aware of the city's currency, Information worth its weight in gold here. Curse told you the truth. Cenobium's dangerous. Get on the bad side and they'll imprison you if you're lucky. Torture you. You're not.
Torture? My teacher never described anything like that.
But the Cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary.
The Cenobium has always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a world steeped in nightmares. If any place held answers, it would be the Cenobium. That's why I came here.
That's what they want you to think. Things that seem too good to be true are often just that.
Such a simple statement, and yet it leaves me reeling. If it's true, if I stalked everything on a lie, if I staked, wow, I'm dumb. If I staked everything on a lie, then what now? Leander clears his throat.
But as I always say, there's a solution to every problem. Alternatives to every solution.
He claps his hands and turns to me with a brilliant smile.
That's why Kurist pointed you to the Bloodhounds.
Did you actually clap?
Yeah.
You heard that.
In character.
In character.
Let us help you. Whether it's hunting soulless, finding people, or recovering stolen valuables, we can do it all. And free of charge.
Did you say valuables? I'm shaking my head before he's even finished his practice speech. My patience is wearing dangerously thin.
Listen, I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans.
To my chagrin, Leander nods slowly.
Then your problem must be fairly serious. And if the Cenobium's your first choice, you're searching for a magical solution, aren't you?
When my eyes widen, he nods along as though he suspected all along.
I'd be happy to help you out. That is, you tell me what ails you.
Leander might not work for the Cenobium, but if his show was any indication, then he's even stronger than the mage who raised me. She couldn't do anything about my curse, but maybe. I'm silent, plagued by indecision. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this could be my only path forward. My confession comes out in a pained whisper.
I am cursed. Cursed? Oh, now I'm very curious. What kind of curse? Something ancestral or more recent?
He looks me up and down, taking in my face, my eyes, and finally my hands.
The hands, isn't it?
I wait until I'm certain my voice will remain steady before answering.
My touch is dangerous. It changes people. Hurts them.
Before I've even finished, Leander begins taking his glove off. He tugs his left hand free and flexes his fingers.
Let's see.
This fucking... No!
I love him. He's my kind of guy.
He's your kind of guy?
Yeah.
Leander's your
Kinda like,
type?
you know, he's kind of a himbo, you know?
He's kind of himbo, okay.
Yeah.
He's an Australian himbo now.
Yeah, exactly.
He offers me his hand, and a prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm, an enchantment for protection. But I'm already shrinking backwards.
I can't.
I don't care how confident Leander is. I can't bring myself to hurt him. To see his kind face twist into a mask of madness.
Believe me, this isn't an ordinary curse.
Oh, I heard your cat.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
She got really excited.
I wasn't it's like me for real. Wasn't you like the Australian himbo?
I'll be fine. Perhaps where you came from, your affliction was strange and one of a kind. Spend years in this city, say thousands of curses and thrice as many cures. Do you really think Kurus would send you here if he could I couldn't handle it? How should I know? I only met him today.
That sounds like something you would actually say.
Very in character.
Oh, isn't I am an Aussie himbo thembo.
I see. I'm as good as any mage, and Cenobium better. Even if they can help, so can I. You don't know what you're asking me. I'm asking you to trust me.
You're shady, man. You're being a tiny bit shady. You're a great himbo, but you're being a tiny bit shady.
No. Listen. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, okay, you wanna assume he's a nice guy then? Okay. Yeah. I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then, with a short breath, I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand.
Fine, but if you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you.
Wait, is he blushing?
You can tie me up first if it makes you feel better.
Oh, Sable, hi, welcome. We're playing the hot anime board game.
And I'm voicing all the hot anime boys.
Yeah, and I'm the narrator. Oh, he was blushing. Oh. With each joint I expose, I grow more and more certain that this is a terrible idea.
Ready when you are.
Spicy. Very spicy. If he's bothered by the way my hand looks, he doesn't show it. My fingers hover shakily over his palm.
3, 2, 1. Touch him.
Touch him, okay. We're gonna touch him. We're gonna touch him, guys.
The boy.
Yeah, we're gonna touch the anime boy. Okay. I tap his palm once, as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. When I look at his face, expecting to see the worst, Leander only grins.
Hey.
It worked. It can't be. This time, when I reach out to touch Leander's palm again, he catches my wrist before I can pull away. Just I forget that this is you.
Premarital hand holding.
Oh gosh.
They can't show that on screen. Oh god, he's blushing again.
He's blushing again. Oh.
I told you. There's really nothing to worry about.
He likes it that we're hand holding. He likes it. He trails off when my thumb brushes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain a clear, soft green. Color rises in his cheeks, but he remains still, except for the subtle bobbing of his throat.
Why is he so into this?
He's so into this. Crow, you've got someone
god,
has
he's really
he's got a crush on you.
understandable.
He thinks you're cute. Oh. Banned for 2, not safe for work. Oh, you want me to hydrate? Okay, I will hydrate. Crow, since you're in the stream, you gotta hydrate.
I did. I'll do it again.
Hey.
Grip his arm and suplex him right now.
you have to do the suplex.
Yeah. Suplex.
Suplex. I still need to like download your bot so I can like just do a compilation of your suplex.
Oh, it's my favorite moments.
Yeah, quick shout out guys. Crow played Resident Evil and he does lots of suplexes.
I did do lots of suplexes, yeah. You can catch those VODs on my Twitch channel.
Yeah, at Corviewing.
Just why do you gotta say it like that each time?
Oh, but that's your Twitch username, okay?
Okay. Corvy Wing. ...
Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of Leander's palm, lost in an awareness I wasn't prepared for. I've been with other people, kissed them, been embraced by them, and more.
I kissed them?
You kissed
Oh
me.
my
Wait, no,
God.
it even says been embraced by them.
Oh my God. And more?
And more.
Gee
Wow.
willikers.
Crow, you've been around.
God, I'm such a slut.
You're such a hoe, man. Like, keep it in your pants.
Apparently, I'm not the one who's starting these.
It's the gay agenda. VS wanted this all along. Where is VS?
I know. I don't know. There's somewhere.
My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail. The grooves of his palm, the smooth shell of his nails, the pulse of his heart. Oh yeah, you're touch-starved. You've never really touched people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it. Oh.
Oh yeah, VS is still
I see
here.
what they did there.
Yeah. You never touched someone before, Crow. This is your first time.
Oh, jeez.
You're blushing.
Oh, no.
Oh no. For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand. Not without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing until this moment. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine is hammering as fear gives way to excitement. Do we let him go or do we keep touching him? Do we want to keep touching the hot anime boy?
I don't know. I feel like we're in a moment right now. We can't let it end, you know?
Yeah, I guess we gotta keep touching him.
Yeah.
My hand glides over Leander's wrist and up his forearm to where smooth skin abruptly gives way to the raised scar by the edge of his sleeve. It matches the one that runs from his collar to cheekbone. Could it be the same wound? I glance at Leander's face and his lips part as he considers his words before speaking.
Am I the first person you've been able to touch like this?
The wizard is like, don't stop touching the anime boy.
Oh my God.
My hand goes still on his arm.
So far.
Oh, he likes it.
I'll admit, your touch does make it somewhat difficult to stay level-headed, but not due to your power.
He likes it. He likes the touching. I think he has a crush on you, Crow.
You couldn't tell at this point?
No, I know, but he clearly has a full-on crush on you now.
God, I'm so pretty.
You're so pretty. But all I can imagine is like, you know, like Cloud when he's like all dressed up as a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the whole like ball gown thing.
I'm the belle of the dang ball.
Yeah. He takes my hand. His soft green eyes flick to mine before he turns it to inspect the golden fissures crisscrossing my knuckles.
Look, we match.
He points at a golden pin on his coat collar, and I give him a small smile. I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels as though it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandages to lie flat.
I can't believe that worked.
Listen, this is the most degen I've been in chat.
For real.
Oh, Wizen, what is going on? Do you like all the anime boys? There's still like 3 more anime boys we need to see. Oh, Wizen.
May I ask your name? I'm Crow. How many times am I gonna say that?
Many times. You should be glad I didn't write Corby Wing.
Ugh. You're right to hide this from me, Crow. That curse of yours, it's unlike anything I've ever dealt with. I can tell you're discreet, but you'd best not go showing Nate off to anyone else. I didn't plan on it. Are you staying in Lowtown?
I pause. Room and board was something I hadn't yet considered.
I don't know. Let's get you properly settled then.
The wet wick is noticeably quieter. Without their leader, most of the bloodhounds have dispersed, or in a few cases, fallen asleep beside their drinks.
Any rooms left, or did my luck grab them all to sleep it off?
The bartender, who I now realize doubles as an innkeeper, slides a key onto the counter.
You know, I always keep the corner room open for your escapades.
Oh! Oh!
This dude fucks.
This dude fucks! You better be careful, Crow. This dude fucks!
Oh,
and he fucks a
God.
lot!
Apparently.
Leander's laugh sounds slightly strained. Oh! Oh! He gets around! Oh!
And I always appreciate it, but you're mistaken. This is just for my friend Crow. Oh, sure. Stay as long as you like. You two have fun. Escapades, huh?
Leander clears his throat, then holds the key out to me. But I hesitate. My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room.
How much do I owe you? Nothing. Bloodhound rights.
I better hope that rates means free.
My trade, since you shared your secret. Food, drink, a warm bed, anything you need.
Carefully, I take the key from him. It's small, but weighs heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed in Iridia, let alone free meals.
Thank you. Go explore, Crow. You'll find many roads in Iridia, each leading to different answers. But if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me. Just be careful.
I nod, taking one last look at the gleaming bronze key before tucking it into the pocket of my cloak for safekeeping. Leander gives me one last friendly wave before I depart. The air clings, sodden and heavy. Without the morning crowd, the sunless streets look barren and bleak. Even the peddlers are long gone. Only a pair of crows remain quibbling over stale crusts in a gutter. I feel a ridiculous pang of envy. Pair of crows.
That's me.
You're...
I'm one of them.
It's you.
It's me.
It's you. At least they've got a reason to fight. I've never felt so lost. Kuras and Leander both made it clear that the cenobium can't be trusted. But I came so far, endured so much. I need to see the cenobium for myself, if only to satisfy my curiosity. I should have asked someone at the bar for directions before leaving.
Some tells me they wouldn't have given it to you.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I think they would like scream at you instead and possibly murder you. I'm about to turn back when a shadow passes over me. A cloud, I think, until a puff of hot breath tickles the back of my neck. The shadow runs down the street in rivulets. Formless dark spreads like ink into blotted shapes. Paws stretch. A muzzle splits open to reveal long, jagged teeth. A growl rumbles so low and deep I feel it. I want to run, to scream, but I feel trapped, as though the slightest movement or single breath will snap the jaws around me shut. No, I won't let it end like this. If I'm going to die, I want to see what got me first. I steel myself, then turn. The shadow vanishes as quickly as it came. I'm left standing in the middle of the street, alone except for a figure reclining in the shade of a nearby stoop. Anime boy? Ooh!
Oh!
Oh! There you guys go. Here's your next.
Is he a cat boy or a dog boy?
I don't know, he feels kind of more fox-like. A monster, that much is clear from a glance. One that could nearly be mistaken for a human were it not for the tufted ears, the tail curled around his ankle. Hold on. Sorry, girl.
Collection of hot boy images.
I forgot Curse. I might play it back again off stream just to get that one. But okay. Or the dusk pink eyes with pupils that sharpen like needles when they fall on me. Our eyes meet and the monster uncrosses his long legs. His hair gleams a shade of red that reminds me unsettlingly of blood, where it curls around his collared throat. Okay, what would...
Okay, what is he?
I think...
What does he sound like?
I think he might be... the very flirty, seductive kind one in, like, the group of guys we get.
I don't think he'd have a deep voice.
Yeah, I think maybe sultry, then deep.
Okay. Jumpy, aren't you?
Okay, I think we were right.
Yeah.
His tone is so light and carefree that I glance over my shoulder to make sure he's speaking to me. When I look back, the stranger props his chin on his knuckles and regards me with an inscrutable little smile.
Didn't you see that shadow just now? It was massive. It looked like a beast.
Even as I speak, I'm aware of how ridiculous I must sound, but the stranger's smile doesn't falter.
The only beast I've seen are the Wick's drooling regulars. Though this did catch my eye.
He stole our key! Hold on. Wow, those are some sexy little pants he has. With a flourish of his hand, my in-room key appears dangling from his finger. It turns on its chain, glittering when it catches the light. My hands fly to my cloak's pockets and, sure enough, find them flat. He crooks his finger, beckoning. I've already taken 2 steps forward before some stifled instinct stops me. Something feels wrong. I'm still on the edge, throbbing with so much adrenaline that the stranger's shadow flickers at the edges of my vision. I always attract the worst kind of attention, but I can't get rattled now. Shit. Okay. Okay, which one should we go? Who said that's my key? Where did you find it? Fun. Okay.
I feel like we should match his energy, you know?
Okay, so who said that's my key?
Who said that key's mine?
He smiles wide enough to reveal pointed canines.
I saw you drop it. You really should be more careful. City like this, somebody might take advantage.
A bald-faced lie, said without a hint of irony. I didn't drop my key, and I didn't sense any magic either. He must have stolen it somehow. I approach the man, careful to keep an arm's length away. He doesn't look dangerous, but the most deadly ones never do. The stranger's chain softly clinks with a tilt of his head. His ears flick. Wow, he's very BDSM. Oh my god, I saw the chat now. Everyone's like, woof woof, auga.
Oh, wooga.
Hamana. Oh, isn't in Sable, please. Is this your type? Is this your type? The hot anime guy with like the animal ears and the tail and the BDSM looking. You can't silence us. Okay, this is definitely your type then.
Keeping your distance? I'd be stupid to trust you. You think I stole your dinky little key from all the way over here?
Well, for some reason you have it. He gives an exaggerated sigh.
I'm good with my hands, but not that good. Do I really look like a common thief to you?
That's... Oh, isn't all of them are? Okay, Ovizen, after once we see all the hot anime boys, you're gonna have to pick which one is your favorite, okay? He's got me there. The sheer fabric of his sleeves alone would be too expensive for most street thieves. Hell, his shoes look like they cost more than I spent traveling here. And then there's the shop behind him. No matter the city, parted pink curtains only ever mean one thing.
I'm not looking to buy, and I doubt I could afford your services anyway.
Oh, Wizen, you gotta choose one you like. You can't escape it, okay?
Luckily for you, I don't charge.
The man runs the tip of his tongue over a fang, and for the first time since I stepped into that shadow, I feel something other than dread. My face grows hot.
That's not what I meant. I'm flattered, really. God, this is okay. This feels weird to say. All right. I'm flattered, really. Were sex my trade, I might make an exception for you. How about half off for a handy? Or you could just hand over my key.
And that's something you would definitely try to do. And just insist on the key.
Ask nicely, and I might even let you tug my tail. Just throw it here.
You're so done. Wizen, what about polyamory? Or Wizen, please.
So some spindly little street urchin can snatch it and run.
He raises my key and tilts his head so he can watch it dangle back and forth.
I suppose I could just claim your room for myself. Not that I'd be caught dead slumming in the wig with the rest of those slack-jawed imbeciles. You're obviously not from around here, so tell me, traveler. What misfortune brought you to this wretched place?
His voice practically drips with derision.
I'm not telling you anything. What could have possibly drawn you to this dreary little pig pen? I wonder.
He listlessly watches the arc of my key swinging around his finger.
The weather's shit, the food's dreck, and there's entirely too many monsters for a human to feel safe. Unless...
Dagger's sharp eyes flick towards me. They gleam with amusement.
Unless you're just dying to consort with monsters.
By now, my embarrassment has worn away, leaving simmering impatience in its place. If this is a shakedown, it's the most frustrating one I've ever heard of. Oh. Turn him down or flirt back? I don't know. Okay, it kind of feels like it's better to like be more aggressive with him by turning him down. Because like
I would say turn him down, because flirt back, I think it wouldn't work.
Yeah, so turn him down would make him more curious of us. That's what it is.
Are you done? Did you plan on flirting with me until night falls?
He touches his chest in mock affront.
You wound me. How can you be so immune to my charms?
Because that's what your character is gonna be like. Because the first two, Kuras likes it when we're polite. Leander really likes it when we touch his hand. But we need to stay away from you because you like it. You like the chase more. Wizen really likes his ears.
You're about as charming as an ox and half as subtle. I suggest you go practice your seduction on someone interested.
That earns me a burst of breathy laughter. He likes it!
How about you teach me the ropes? Show me a thing or two.
The more he flirts, the more convinced I become that this is some kind of trap. No matter how innocent monsters look, they always have tricks up their sleeves. And something tells me that this one's more dangerous than he lets on, even if he has a lovely laugh.
I don't know what you want or why you're messing with me. But I'm not coming any closer until I know you aren't going to attack or bite. I won't bite hard. Unless you beg me.
No matter what I say, he finds a way to twist my words into innuendo. Even when I'm silent, he goes on as though we're having a conversation, not a standoff.
Do you like dancing? There's a traveling troupe performing in Hightown tonight. The looters is utterly exquisite. Truly a performance to die for.
Ooh, is he asking you out on a date, Crow?
I don't know. Is he? There's life in this dreadful place, if you know where to look.
Oh, hi, Onion! Pog.
Hog.
Yay! Been subscribed for 3 months. Yay!
Yeah. You sound like you know the city well.
The man's gaze flickers from me to the key dangling from his finger.
Naturally. This dump was little more than a miserable little smear when I first arrived. High town, low town, I know Iridia like the back of my hand. What about the cenobium? Do you know where that is?
His smile vanishes. Oh, everyone hates the cenobium.
Surely you've seen it. That absurdly large tower looming over the rest. It's a little hard to miss.
He must mean that spire I noticed when I first caught sight of Iridia.
Cenobium's overrated. Forget about it.
Didn't think you would say overrated of all words.
I can show you things those stuffy boars in their limp dick tower couldn't even dream of.
Damn.
I've already got plans. Oh? Have you some pressing matters at the cenobium? Lunch dates with librarians? Tea time with the most esteemed abbess? That's my business. What's it matter to you?
I square my shoulders and the amusement bleeds out of him.
Your loss.
The stranger, finally bored of his tedious game, extends his hand towards me. The key rests on his palm, neatly dividing skin and leather. When he makes no other move, I reach for the key. But as soon my fingers graze smooth brass, his hand springs shut around my elbow.
Hey!
He yanks me down and I stagger, my soul slipping on the steps. For a sick moment, I fear my bandages will unravel under his touch, but he's careful not to disturb them even as his fingers dig into my arm.
I knew I smelled blood. You reek of death and the road. And that fucking doctor.
Oop, well someone hates Kuras. His voice, once silken, lowers to a smoky
I
growl.
called it.
The shadows around him seethe and boil as he pulls me closer.
And something else.
He murmurs against my throat, nose grazing my jaw.
Let go!
I try to twist away, but he doesn't budge. His breath trails down my neck, sending a thrill of dread through me. But just when I fear he'll bite, he takes a deep whiff instead. Why is everyone like sad facing?
Because it took a turn.
It's a turn. His wide, flat eyes gleam with naked hunger as he gazes up at me.
Not quite human, not quite monster. Seems we're both. Do you want to read this since...
Okay. Veer! The stranger's ears flatten, and he releases me with a short breath. I yank my arm back, massaging it where his grip left grooves in the bandages. The stranger twists around to watch a woman duck out from the curtains behind him. Her cenobium...
It was a woman.
Her cenobium uniform is nearly identical to the one my mentor kept tucked away in her closet. Okay, I guess I'll read this one. I leave you for all of what, 10 minutes and you're making trouble again? Will you quit harassing the tourists? The stranger, Veer, I take it, rolls his eyes and flashes the cleric with a withering smile.
So suspicious. Can't you see this is a friend of mine?
Unnatural liar. He grins at me and his tail switches minutely. The woman purses her lips at me, clearly unconvinced. I open my mouth to correct him, but Veer cuts in.
I was graciously offering my dear friend some free advice.
Though his voice remains light and cheerful, his expression darkens.
Danger's drawn to you like a moth to flame. It will always find you given time.
The woman clucks her tongue as though she's heard this recital 102 times. Word of advice? Don't take free advice from lazy foxes lounging in the streets. This crook would sell water to a drowning man for the sheer enjoyment of it. Damn. She shrugs off a wilting look from Veer. Oh please, any friends of yours know it's true. Now hold still. Veer rises gracefully at her approach. He pushes his hair aside so it drapes over one shoulder, exposing the long line of his neck. And suddenly, it dawns on me that the jingling I heard earlier wasn't coming from the harness attached to his collar, but a leash. A heavy iron chain wound around a hitching post and padlocked to the back of his collar. Veer posed deliberately to hide his leash from me. Oh, he was leashed!
Oh my god, he's a dog.
He's a dog!
He's a leashed dog.
He's a leash dog! The woman produces a keyring from her pocket. She rifles through a dozen identical keys before selecting one and slotting it into the lock. He's not the only dog! He's not the only dog! Come on, unless your friend's tagging along on our merry little soulless hunt. They're hunting for soulless inside the city? Words momentarily fail me. The woman regards me with a polite if tight smile before marching down the streets. The stares. Veer lingers. He stretches his arm over his head with a yawn, and try not to stare at the way his stomach flattens when he arches his back.
Your little secret's safe with me. Try not to get yourself killed,
Everyone in the chat, he's such a vibe. Set him free. I'm not a dog, but I'll bark for him. You wanna bark for him? I mean, you're free to bark in the chat. I won't judge, but... Veer hops off the stoop and bounds after the woman. His tail sways merrily, as though he hadn't just lied and threatened me.
Did you try that thing I mentioned, the Levincian knot?
That the one where you take 3 fingers and... Actually, don't tell me. Knowing you, it's disgusting. Oh my god! Veer's airy laughter echoes down the street. It's only after he and the cleric have vanished from sight that I realize I'm still missing something. Did you forget your key?
He still has the key.
He still has the key.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait!
Reflexively, I shove my hands into my pockets and find it. The room key. Oh!
He put it back in our pocket.
I pull it out of my pocket and raise it to the light just to be sure. A nagging feeling distracts from my relief. I don't know what Veer's game was, or what he wanted from me. All I know for certain is that the Cenobium saw fit to leash him. A fate I could share, if that's what his vague warning meant. I let my eyes drift skyward, past the lanterns gently swaying in the breeze to the Cenobium faintly visible through the haze. Just one glimpse is all I need, then I could put this all behind me. This time, the key goes into my coin purse for safekeeping. It's easy enough to follow the sluggish river that splits Iridia in two. A colossal bridge arches over the dark water below. I cross as quickly as I can, climbing ever uphill toward the distant tower. Hours later, legs aching, sweat beading on my forehead, I finally find what I was searching for. The Cenobium of the Luminous Void. It stands at the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls. Well-dressed people stroll down the walkways, paying no attention to the massive tower in the mist. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up and up, until the top of the Cenobium tower disappears into the clouds overhead. The gates are so heavily enchanted that even standing near them sets my teeth on edge. Alchemically reinforced locks, invisible sigils of alarm, and who knows what else. Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way of making my presence known. I'm halfway up the steps when something moves in my peripheral vision. A shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine, as if testing its strength.
Oi, you there?
The shadow vanishes as quickly as I spotted it, and a gaunt-faced man in a crisp charcoal uniform marches up the steps toward me.
Another tourist. Get out of here once you're done gawking.
A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words, and he turns on his heel without even waiting for an answer from me. I look back at where I saw the intruder, but there's nothing, just the leaves blowing gently in a cool breeze.
It's time for the edgy, skinny, soft boy.
Time for edgy, skinny, soft boy. I step away from the gates, hopelessness washing over me. Hello? A whisper, so close I can feel the warm brush of breath of my skin. I instinctively jerk away, but there's no one beside me. Halfway down the staircase, I spot a woman swinging in the breeze. She's gaunt as a rail, her blouse moth-eaten. I'm unable to take my eyes off her. Not because of the way she smiles a little too widely, or the way her tousled braids look unbrushed for days, but her eyes shine a vibrant, unnatural crimson.
Oh no, it's you.
It's me? Okay. I'm both entranced and unsettled by their subtle glow. These days, you need a miracle to get in there. I'm unsure how to respond, if I even should. Say nothing, respond sarcastically. This is
Respond
you.
Sarcastically.
Okay.
Respond sarcastically. Respond sarcastically.
Well, that was fast. Okay, then.
Seems like I'm in the market for a miracle. Know anyone selling?
She beams at me like I've said the greatest thing she's ever heard. Lucky for you, I have them for free. Whatever she's selling, I'm not interested. My words come out in tired breath.
No thanks.
I start down the stairs, but she abruptly steps into my path. She turns her back to me, and before I can react, she slips her fingers under the lacing of her collar, dripping out of her blouse in broad daylight.
What are you
As warm fabric unveils bare skin, my panic is smothered by cold horror. A misshapen, sunken scar carves into the woman's body. Pitted, gnarled skin snakes down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. A shuddering breath escapes me.
The fuck?
By the looks of it, the disease that afflicted this woman ate away at her spine, leaving her with a hollowed vertebrae at the back of her neck.
Oh god.
How is she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive and yet. The power to cure anything can be yours too. The power of the sea spring. The woman slides back into her blouse and deftly laces it up. If I've caught your interest, then follow me. It's only a short walk away. Without another glance, she leisurely strolls down the cenobium stairs, loose braids bobbing behind her. The edge of her scarf peeks out from under her collar. I stand there, wordless, until I manage to regain my bearings. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. This could be the stupidest decision in my life, but what choice do I have? I take a final look at the cenobium shut gates, then follow her down the steps. We descend from the higher streets, leaving behind their gilded decadence as we cross the river. The wet, derelict districts feel more familiar to me, but the crimson-eyed woman takes me farther, then farther still, until I met with an all too familiar sight. Yeah, with this simple step, you too can be a walking zombie.
Jesus.
My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. The city's outskirts are hardly recognizable in daylight, and probably safer for it, but venturing beyond Iridia's walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. Keep going straight, and the sea spring will reveal itself to you. I back out a bitter laugh, loud and involuntary.
I'd rather not. Are you kidding? It's not safe out there.
You're as safe inside the city as outside of it. Truthfully, the territory before you is the safest of all.
What do you mean, territory?
This region belongs to Ice. Most people know him as a gang leader. But he's much more than that. Dots. I squint against the empty wastelands. Only a fool or someone with nothing to lose would leave the city. Apparently I'm both. But if this sea spring cured her, I need to see what it can do for me. I set off into the waste. Over my shoulder, the woman calls after me. Good luck, Crow! I hope we meet again! And
we never told her our name.
Oh no! My heart pounds with each step I take from civilization. For what seems like an eternity, I force each foot forward. One step, then another, until a realization hits me. I never told the woman my name. Something pierces the horizon ahead of me. A building, nestled into a tall cliffside, but so starkly out of place it might as well be a hallucination. It drips with extravagance and honeyed mahogany, an ornate jewel of architecture. A row of dark silhouettes stand out on the horizon. Trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize that what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Soulless, several of them watch me in the distance like statues. I don't think, I just run. Exploding into a messy sprint, I push my legs as far as they'll take me towards that decorated building. Flashes of last night chase me, the gushes of blood and screams of death, the smell of burning flesh and sour bile. I can't go through that again. I won't. The next thing I know, I'm dashing up wooden stairs and crashing through towering double doors. Ooh! I gasp for air, my lungs burning from exertion. I'm desperate to be safe, but when I process my surroundings... It's more hellscape than sanctuary. Well, this is very Japanese-inspired.
Yep.
Blood flows all around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hand leaps to my mouth, but the raw stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spiced. I swallow thickly, convincing myself that it's not as gruesome as it appears. This has to be the sea spring, the place that grants miracles. Pulling my eyes away from the pool, I take in the rest of my environment. Tall pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes. Heating pillows scatter the floor. A rustic kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here, despite how eerily empty it is. Beep 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 beep. Call out.
Yeah. Hello? Is anyone here?
My voice echoes across the cavern without response. I approach the paper-covered pillars. Maybe something here.
Wait, hold on. I got a thing for this. Hello? How was that?
Heck yeah. Maybe something here can tell me more. I reach for the bottommost.
The bottommost. I've never seen that word before.
The topmost, the closest one, the bottommost.
Let's go bottommost just because I like that word.
Because you're a bottom. Your silence.
Moving on.
I reach for a note at the lower end. It reads, "They watch me through the mirrors. They won't stop staring. They know what I did, but they won't have me. I'm safe now. I'm safe now. I'm safe now." Oh, can't read that shit.
We'll see zip zip all.
The writing deteriorates into unintelligible scrawl. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. Something's watching me. I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still empty, vacant. Finally, I look towards the sea spring. That stillness hides something deeper, something wrong. Hey. Ex-anime boy. I spin around and come face to face with a pack of soulless. They chitter and growl, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly. All different sizes and species, but sharing one identical trait. glowing crimson eyes. I try to back away, but my heel teeters over the C-spring. I'm cornered. Watch your step, it's deeper than it looks. That voice again. At the sound of it, the soulless freeze, their snarls quieting. The next hot anime boy. I search for the voice's source and find it above me, lounging in the rafters.
Okay, what does he sound like?
Okay. I think he's like the designated like bad boy of the group.
Alright, let's give him a fuckboy voice
The
then.
fuckboy voice.
Let's see. Look lost, little sparrow.
How's that?
Yeah. His gaze is a violent crimson, one that sears through me, leaves me feeling raw and exposed. Sorry.
I know what you're doing.
I know.
Oh, he's an Oni.
Yeah. Oh, he's an Oni. Yarrow likes it. Yeah, perfect voice. You like the fuckboy voice then, okay. They're the same eyes I've seen over and over. First with the scarred woman, now with the soldier circling me, all bound by the sea spring's blood red. And the shroud of darkness behind him, shapes like massive tentacles twist and coil around the wooden beams. I can't focus. The soulless says growls ring in my ears. They're not advancing, but that could change at any second. Panic rises in my throat as I struggle to track them.
Hey. Eyes on me.
My stomach rolls as I tear my eyes away from the soulless.
Don't ignore someone who's talking to you. It's not polite.
For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who is this bastard? He is a bastard.
Fuck you.
Yeah, let's go with fuck you. Oh my god, Yara's like, tentacles you say.
Oh god.
I look right into his unnerving eyes, holding his gaze defiantly.
Fuck you. Is that better?
I feel like you would also have like your middle finger up too.
Yeah.
A crooked grin cracks across his face. Ooh, he likes that.
I'll work on it.
He just says bastard.
Bastard.
Even Veer got a better like title, just straight.
Yeah.
Straight. I scan the soulless again. They really aren't attacking, posturing more than anything else. Almost as if they're waiting for commands.
Did you tame them?
Out of the sea spring. They're hungry, so they might bite. You could give me a reason to stop them.
How about I didn't do anything wrong?
Trespassing?
And that's punishable by death?
He gives a non-committal shrug.
I called out earlier to see if anyone was here. Were we supposed to play hide and seek? Didn't hear you.
My voice stops in my throat. This man's terse coolness is both infuriating and terrifying. I rack my brain for a way to defuse the situation. Tell me what you want.
You want. Not in the mood for guessing games. Your hands.
Alarm jolts through me. I hide my hands under my cloak.
Show me. Why? Won't ask twice.
With a sharp huff, I reluctantly hold out my bandaged hands.
You getting off on this?
Unwrap them.
Heat rushes to my face and fire to my tongue. I should give him a piece of my mind, but not when his soulless are one command from ripping me to shreds. Yet no matter how much I will myself to move, my body is frozen in place. I stand there for a long, agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well, the hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the edge of the bandages.
Stop.
With a weary sigh, the man slides off the beam and lands with a thud that shakes the panels underfoot. He's a monster, with an imposing figure that towers over me. I couldn't tell how tall he was before, but he's big. Illuminated by lantern light, his features are stronger, sharper. Oh. Little clinks of metal accompany each of his footsteps. The closer he gets to me, the faster my heart hitches. What does he want? Is he going to kill me? I step backwards and find nothing to set my foot on. I'd forgotten my back was to the C-spring. I fall right before a warm hand catches my lower back. Ooh! He's touching you.
Oh my god.
He
He
has-
caught us.
He caught you. He has his arm around your waist.
Okay, we don't know that.
I would assume that's what it is, because usually it's like that.
It's kind of weird to catch somebody by grabbing them by the waist and not by like the back, you know?
A lot of animes do that. I don't know what animes you've been watching, but I'm hovering above the C-spring, the scent of smoke and leather enveloping me. Blazing crimson eyes bore into mine.
Told you to watch your step.
I'm too stunned to muster a response. Like I weigh nothing, he guides me back to solid ground and steps back. Following a subtle gesture from his fingers, the souls around us disperse and relax. The shift in their demeanor is so abrupt it gives me whiplash. The enormous tentacles are no longer in their rafters, though now I doubt I ever saw them at all. Either way, I exhale a breath of relief.
Thanks.
Listen, just going meow meow meow.
Oh my god.
My chat is turning into degenerates.
It really is.
As focused on me as he was before, the monster pays no attention to me now. He kicks some seating pillows out of the walkways, checks the contents of the kettle with a scowl. The sudden disregard is almost insulting.
I just realized what his costume reminds me of.
What does it remind you of?
He looks like an emo version of Gintoki from Gintama.
Honestly, I was thinking that too. I just didn't know whether to mention it or not. But yeah, he does look like an emo version of Gintoki.
Yeah. So that's it? I'm not a threat anymore? Never were one. Then why'd you threaten me? People get honest when they're afraid.
In other words, he was messing with me. I drag a hand over my face, exhausted by the fact that this is the second time a monster has provoked me today.
You're ice, aren't you? Depends on who's asking. One of your friends told me this was your territory. She also said you were a gang leader.
What the fuck, Yarrow? My poor Meow Meow, my baby, my little baby who hurts so much but treats people with nothing but kindness. Forgive me for not being able to do it more.
Oh my god.
My poor Meow Meow. But there's no one else here.
I thought there'd be more people.
Ice picks up the kettle and walks to the edge of the C-spring, then dumps out the contents into the endless red.
Gang took a walk.
His pleasant smile stretches across his face, ear to ear. Then in an instant, it drops. I get the sense that I shouldn't ask about his gang again.
What do you need the sea spring for? Depends. Can it cure a curse? Probably. You mean you don't know? Nope.
He shakes out the empty kettle and starts collecting stray cups, tidying up. My frustration builds. I narrow my eyes at him in a questioning glare. When he notices, he returns it with an amused smirk.
Are you being irritating on purpose? Listen, Sparrow. Teespring can cure anything. Nothing's stopping you from trying it yourself. What do I have to do? Drink. I have to drink from the sea spring.
My eyes glide to the blood-like pool beside us. The idea of ingesting the strange liquid makes my guts churn. It's not as if I'm averse to elixirs or decoctions. I've made my fair share of them, but one misstep you can easily meet with a fate worse than death.
Is there a price? Always.
Ice taps his temple with a finger.
You lose a little bit. That's it? Might have already beat you to the punch.
My humor earns me an amused, fanged grin. Yep, he's definitely an asshole.
That was a little different. You drink from the sea spring, you forget who you are. Your mind combines with everyone who ever drank before. Humans, monsters, soulless. One big happy family in your head.
Oh, so it's a hive mind thing. My blood runs cold. I've heard of these before. Group minds.
Group mind.
Some legends suggest that that independent minds can be psychically linked together through a strong enough catalyst. It's never been done before. But something tells me this is real, even if one thing doesn't add up.
Your eyes are red too, but you obviously haven't forgotten who you are.
Before I can finish my sentence, Ice strides past me towards the entrance.
Time's up. Let's finish this later. Wait, already? You barely told me anything. Came on a bad day. I've got somewhere to be.
There are still so many questions burning on the tip of my tongue, but my frustration spills out before any of them.
I was told to come here for help, but instead I get threatened and kicked out. You're joking, right? Watch your tone. I'm nice, but you don't want to ruin the host's mood.
My skin prickles. The feeling of being watched washes over me again. My eyes dart back over to the sea spring. A lone ripple dances on the quiet surface. I take Ice's advice and clamp my mouth shut. Ice approaches a nearby soulless, a lanky, dog-like one with 6 legs and a crown of tendrils. Several sets of crimson eyes adorn its sides. Its forked tail wags rapidly when Ice squats beside it. He runs his fingers through the tendrils, scratching its chin and pats his head. A gentle smile plays across Ice's lips. The affection he holds for the soulless is painfully clear. Oh god, he's one of those guys who's like, he's a bastard, but you know, he has a soft side and he likes, you know, animals and shit. He's the one of those kinds. Those delinquent kinds. I dip my eyes away, my stomach fluttering at the tender side.
It's getting dark out. This pretty girl will guide you back.
Following a short whistle from Iza's lips, it trots over to the entrance obediently, tail swaying. I watch the soulless warily. Pretty is not a word I would use to describe it, and the idea of it protecting me sounds absurd.
If I decide to drink, how should I find you? Find someone with red eyes like mine. Point you in the right direction. But think it over. Once you drink, can't go back.
It's a lot to process, but I give a small nod. At least I know I have another option for a cure, as disturbing as it may be. I follow the soulless at a measured distance and watch it nudge the giant doors open with ease. When I'm about to cross the threshold, I sneak one last glance behind me. My heart skips when I meet Iza's eyes. I'm about to snap my head away. But he just flashes me an easy smile.
Till next time, Sparrow. Buy you a drink for scaring you.
It's kind of funny, your name is Crow, but now he's calling you Sparrow.
Uh-huh.
I don't trust myself to do anything but respond with another curt nod. Outside, more Crimson Knight soulless scuttle about. It's hard to believe it's the same threatening pack from before. They chase each other in circles, roll around in the bog's mud. They pay no attention to me as the dog-like one escorts me away. It's an uneventful trip. Sometimes the soulless looks over its shoulder at me to make sure I'm still following. Dusk darkens the sky by the time we reach the city. The soulless sits and looks at me expectantly with familiar crimson eyes.
Pet it.
Pet the soulless. As nervous as I am, I carefully glide my fingers through the soulless's tendrils and scratch beneath its chin, just like Ice had. It pushes into my palm and responds, rumbling with a sound akin to a purr. The vibrations are soothing, almost healing my fatigue. When it's satisfied, the soulless spins around and scampers back in the direction we came, vanishing into the darkness. It's barely my first day in Iridia, and I've already encountered so many things I thought were impossible. Tame soulless being one of them. My head spins. Maybe I should call it a day. Cute puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Nightfall creeps across the streets of Iridia. The city, labyrinthine even in daytime, has become a war of treacherous alleyways. The streets are completely deserted. If I hadn't been here earlier, I would have thought this part of the city abandoned. I make my way through the winding streets, doing my best to keep my bearing towards the wet wick. My steps slow when I hear rustling in the dark. I strain my ears, but everything is still. Is the silence playing tricks on me?
I don't know.
I'm imagining things, or is something wrong?
Something's usually wrong.
Okay, so something is wrong. The fine hairs on the back of my neck prickle, a frisson of discomfort running down my spine. Something is wrong. My eyes dart from one side of the street to the other, searching for movement. But the shadows are as deep and dark as pools of ink, and I see nothing. I can't stay here. I need to reach a busier part of the city. Drawing my cloak tighter around my body, I hurry on my way. Though I keep my eyes sharp and listen intently, there's only the sound of my own footsteps. As the moments pass and nothing happens, I begin to wonder. Maybe I really did imagine that noise? I turn the next corner, and my thoughts come screaming to a halt. My head spins, the world blurring as adrenaline rushes through my veins. Only one thing is clear amidst the haze. The soulless that attacked the caravan. It's crouched over a dark, indistinct shape. A body. A garland of intestines spills from pallid flesh. Blood grouts the cobblestones. For a mercy, the soulless is too distracted by its meal to have noticed me. My feet feel as heavy as stones, but I can't just stand here. Holding my breath, I take a step backwards. When the wet, slurping sounds don't abate, I take another, then another. Then a shard of glass crunches under my heel. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no, we alerted the soulless. What are we gonna do? The world seems to slow to a crawl as the soulless raises its head, blood dripping from its tendrils. Every single one of its sulphurous, bulging eyes fix unblinkingly on me. It's really here. It's come back for me. One! I'm off like a shot, running for my life through the darkened streets. Oh! Well, that was loud. Okay then. Behind me, a piercing bass splits the silence, and heavy footfalls pound after me. My heart thunders in my chest. I take turns at random, trying to lose it in the maze of streets, but I can't seem to shake it. I can hear its breathing now, a wet, fluttering rasp, growing closer and closer. The same claws that severed my arm swipe out. I duck, saved by pure reflex, and skid around a corner. I take 3 running strides before the bottom drops out of my sting. Like, what did I say?
Sting? You mean stomach.
Stomach. Wow. A wall twice as high as me bars my way. A dead end. When I turn around, the soulless looms in the entry to the alleyway. It's no longer running. It doesn't have to. As it prowls closer, my thoughts race. Some of the buildings lining the streets are lit. There must be people inside. It's a long shot, but... Do you want to scream or do you want to try the nearest door?
I feel like if we try a door, it's gonna be locked, so maybe scream?
Okay, let's scream.
I can't scream because it's late where I'm at. Somebody, help me!
Somebody help me! I am being chased!
No. Help me!
My voice rings through the shadowed streets. Silhouettes pass by the windows, but nobody answers. In this wretched world, few people will stick their neck out to help their own flesh and blood, never mind a stranger. The soulless, provoked by my shouting, gives a rasping hiss. It's the only warning I get before it lunges for me with a flash of claws. I hurl myself to the side, but the slick cobblestones betray me. I fall, sprawling over the rough stone. As the soulless looms over me, I scramble away from it until my back hits the wall. There's nowhere left to go. It descends on me for the kill. Do we die? But the impact never comes! Dun dun dun!
Who saved us?
I warily crack one eye open, then the other, not sure whether I should believe what I'm seeing. A hooded figure crouches in front of me, one blood-stained hand outstretched. It's the soft anime boy! Your chat is just filled with anime boys right now.
It's just full of anime boys,
It's
God.
Moonlight silvers the edge of their stiletto knife. Their face and hands are splattered with blood, and the soulless. My eyes dart past my unexpected rescuer to the misshapen form behind them. The soulless's many eyes, once restless and vibrant, now look dull and waxy. A red pool spreads slowly from under its body. Numb with shock, I can't help but stare. It's dead. After all the people it's killed, after nearly killing me twice, I can hardly believe it.
Okay, I know a voice.
Yeah!
Well,
I gingerly take the offered hand. The stranger's gaze dips into my bandages. Pale lips part on the brink of a question, then close again. With the strength belying their slight frame, they pull me to my feet. As soon as I'm on my own 2 feet again, they pull away from me and start wiping the blood from their face and hands.
stay there.
They turn away from me stiffly, leaning over the soulless's gangly body. With their back towards me, I realized that I saw their hooded silhouette of the cenobium. You're shorter than I thought.
Oh my god.
You were at the cenobium, you saved me, you're shorter than I thought. Okay, what kind of answer would this guy like? I don't know if they would appreciate being told they're shorter than they...
Well, we saw them before, so I think we should go with that one.
Okay, you were at the cenobium.
I've seen you before. You were at the cenobium earlier, weren't you?
They cast a worried look at me.
So what if I was?
Their harsh response takes me aback. Before I can formulate a response, they continue.
What are you thinking? Traveling alone at night? This is far from the worst thing haunting... Oh god. This is far from the worst thing haunting Lowtown.
I can't make heads or tails of them. First they save me, and now they scold me?
Lesson learned. I could do without the lecture, though.
To my surprise, they break eye contact. Their attention glides back to the soulless' corpse. They examine it with an inscrutable expression. I clear my throat to fill the silence.
Again. I'm Crow. Min.
Suddenly, Min tenses. Their blade flashes as they drive it into the base of the soulless' skull, right between the cervical vertebrae. The soulless thrashes once, letting out a rattling hiss as the air leaves its lungs. Min leans on the blade, driving it deeper and deeper until there's a sickening crunch, and the creature goes limp. My heart thuds in my chest. It must have been clinging to life by a thread. Min strains up, withdrawing their blade in a single smooth motion.
Better to put wretched things like this out of their misery.
They calmly clean the blood from their knife. They struck with surgical precision. Their quick, clean movements are familiar. Oh god,
Are you a scientist? It's red text. The red text.
It's a red text. We gotta go for the red text, right? Okay.
Do it. Are you a scientist?
Min stops mid-motion, lifting their head to stare.
Because we're an alchemist.
Ooh.
If we were a magic user, wait, no. I think if we were one of the other ones, we would have got different responses from the boys.
Oh yeah, we chose alchemist. I forgot that was like the backstory we chose.
We're scientists.
We're scientists. Secret option. Yep, that's right. Oh yeah, there's secret options. Okay. So that's what they meant when we need to play through again to see all the other options. So our backstory does affect gameplay.
But only specific.
Yeah.
Okay. You know exactly where to strike. You studied anatomy or medicine? Not quite. Why is a soulless inside the city?
Hey VS, welcome back. Min looks at me, eyes searching before realization dawns.
You're new here. There's no walls around the city. Soulless come and go as they please, so someone is contracted to stop them. The Cenobium's patrols don't bother to protect Lowtown. Not anymore. Let me guess, you're not a fan of the Cenobium? I wouldn't go that far.
Their brow abruptly furrows and they sheath their knife, motioning for me to follow them.
It's not safe here. Vultures can smell death.
I'm not quite sure what they mean, but I don't want to stay lost in this city. I trail behind them as they stride down the street.
If it's so dangerous, then why are you helping me?
You are making an unbearable racket. Next time you walk into a soulless's claws... Oh! Sorry! I forgot, I thought I was just reading text! Shut up! No! Shut up! No! Go read your line!
I'm fine, God.
Go read your damn line! Fuck you!
You're making an unbearable racket. Next time you walk into a soulless's claws, at least die quietly.
Your answer is stingingly harsh. God, which answer would he like? I don't know with this one. I don't know soft boys well.
I just need to find my lodgings.
I hold my hands up, trying to forestall any more snippy comments.
Alright, I get it. I'd love to get out of your way, but I'm sort of lost. I just need directions back to my lodgings. What makes you think I'll help you? Nothing. There's no harm in asking.
That seems to catch them off guard. Their brow knits and they look away, scowling.
How troublesome.
Bro?
Who is this?
Oh! Kuras! I turn, surprised by the voice. Kuras walks down the street towards us. His white and gold clothing is pristine despite the grime of the city.
Hello. Min, I see the soulless was your work.
Min shrugs. There's a familiarity to the way they regard each other. You know them, Kuras? I didn't know you had friends, Min. That's so Steven Norage. Do we want to acknowledge Kuras or do you want to acknowledge Min?
Let's acknowledge Kuras.
Okay. Listen, Kuras, I missed you. Okay, we're gonna acknowledge Kuras.
You know them, Kuras? Min is a freelancer who has done a few errands for me. They're quite reliable. Unreliable freelancers don't eat.
A freelancer who wields a dagger like a scalpel? There must be something more to that story.
Crow needs to get back to wherever he's staying, or he wanders into the jaws of another soulless. It is late. We're able to find a place to stay, Crow. I'm staying at the Wet Wick.
Both their faces fall.
I see. Would you like a guide? Might be preferable to wandering about the alleyways. That would be nice.
Min clicks her tongue and sighs, sounding mildly put out.
Going to the Amaryllis district? That gaudy cesspit? Come, this way.
Despite Min's clear distaste, when Kuras leads me down the street, they keep pace with us. Catching my curious glance, Min's eyes narrow.
It's not safe this late. I don't care about you, but Kuras is the only doctor worth a damn in this place.
He's a tsundere! He's a tsundere!
I think they're supposed to be non-binary.
Yeah, they might be.
Are you like this with everyone?
The deadpan look Min gives me is answer enough. I catch Kuras hiding a slight smile. I suppress a sigh and resign myself to having a grumpy shadow all the way back to the Wet Wick.
They're like, remind me of, Killua from Hunter x Hunter.
The route Kuras takes is completely different from my slow meandering earlier in the morning. In no time at all, he cuts through the darkened streets and twisting alleys. It seems like half the city has poured into the Amaryllis district's colorful streets. Laughter, clinking glasses, and music assault my ears from every direction. Yet the most noise still comes from the Wet Wick. Its doors hang wide open, lanterns lit.
Here we are.
He moves towards the door, and Min lets out an audible huff.
Don't tell me you're going in. I have some quick business with Leander. Fine. He still owes me for yesterday's work.
They drag their feet, reluctantly trailing me into the tavern.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to do like 5 different voices.
You gotta do
back
the
to back.
Australian voices. One of them is Australian. As soon as the doors open, a wave of sticky heat rolls over me. In the hours since I left, the wick has grown suffocatingly crowded. Kara stands out, easily a head taller than most. Even so, I nearly lose sight of him amid the sea of swarming bodies.
Pardon me?
The crowd parts as though answering his request. Kuras glances over his shoulder and Min and me before gliding through.
How can anyone breathe in here?
Min follows Kuras at a clipped pace. At a clipped pace? Okay then. Hey, we see Leander again, the guy with a crush on you. Leander is right where I left him, although he's traded places with the bartender. He holds a pair of shot glasses filled to the brim with luminous green liquid.
And for the finishing touch?
A flash of magic paints the glasses white with frost.
You're never gonna guess what's in these.
Leander slides the glasses across the bar, and I get my third and fourth shocks of the evening in rapid succession. Ice leans against the bar.
They're all here.
Yeah, all here! Ice leans against the bar, an elbow propped up on the counter. He catches the glasses and lifts one to the lid before turning it upside down. The contents, magically congealed, stay firmly in place.
You're supposed to make drinks, pretty boy. Don't tell me you're wasted already.
Pretty boy. Veer, perched on the bar's counter beside Ice, takes a single look at the shot glass and shakes his head.
My voice acting skills just really come in. Oh god.
Yeah!
What have we here? A bucket full of boogers. Leander's nose treasures. You've eaten worse.
Veer's lips twitch and his ears flatten when Ice offers him a glass. He turns his cheek with a sniff, and Ice just snickers.
Coward. Don't tell me you're actually.
In one fluid motion, Ice throws back his head and downs the shot.
Drinking that.
A dark look crosses Ice's face.
It's chewy. Joey, wait, let me try again.
Behind me, Min grumbles.
I told you this place was a nest of degenerates.
Like my chat.
For real.
The hot guy with the horns. Yes, you missed the interaction with him. You missed it.
Mm-hmm. If it isn't Gurus and Min.
At the sound of Leander's voice, Min's pale eyes grow wide. They look ready to bolt until Clara sets a hand on their shoulder.
I promise this won't. Oh, God, I'm
You're
confusing
now.
Yeah. I promise this will not take long.
Min's eyes dart from Cura's hand to his face, then softens.
Fine. You're first. You first.
While they step forward, I linger behind, struck by a sudden revelation. All of the people I've met today know each other.
Good evening, Leander. Ice. Another drinking competition, I presume. Oh, is it evening already? Could have sworn it was earlier. There's some friendly rivalry, Doctor. Nothing to be afraid of.
Kuras acknowledges Leander and Ice with the slightest nod, ignoring Veer entirely. Not that Veer seems to mind. He tilts his head and an impish smile curves his lips when he spots Min looming silently behind Kuras.
I almost didn't see you there, Min. Looking for your booster seat?
Well, damn! Min pushes back their hood. They level Veer with a cool look.
I thought Ice... Oh, I thought Ice wasn't allowed to bring his pets in here.
Veer's tail gives an angry twitch. We're getting another CG. Take it in, everyone. Take it in.
Wait, I don't think it's the full one.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit. I think it's a bigger
Yeah,
one.
I think it's a bigger one, but I'm gonna print screen anyway, just in case. At the first sign of an impeding fight, Leander falls clear over the counter. He slides in between Ice and Kuras.
Now, let's try and keep the pace. Not every day the esteemed doctor takes us up on the drink.
His arm snakes around Kuras' shoulders.
You finally taking me up on that drink, right, Kuras? I'm afraid not. We're merely escorting Crow back to his lodgings.
Kuras gestures in my direction, and my stomach sinks. I reluctantly step into the light. As soon as he sees me, Leander's face brightens.
Crow, it's been too long. Everyone, this is Crow. He's new to Iridia.
I feel 5 pairs of eyes fixed onto me, and suddenly the bar feels suffocatingly small. My voice nearly catches in my throat.
You've already met. Actually, I've already met everyone. You've already met?
Hold on, let me like post the last one too.
Oh my god.
If you guys see our DMs right now, all you see is like
This image.png over and over again.
Ice and Veer level me with subtly amused expressions. Veer's tail gives a lazy wag.
We did. Not that long ago either. I'm starting to suspect he's stalking me.
Alright, I forgot it's he and pronouns because it's you. He looks far too pleased with himself when I roll my eyes. Hey, now we got the full image. Everyone, here, look. It's all of the hot anime boys. Feast your eyes on all the hot anime boys.
This calls for drinks. Where's everyone want?
In an instant, all eyes turned to Leander, freeing me from the burden of attention. I still can't believe they all know each other. Watching them talk amongst themselves feels surreal. But for the first time since I undertook the journey to Iridia, I feel a faint glimmer of hope. No, I know I was meant to meet them. The low, pleasant rumble of Leander's laughter pulls me from my restless thoughts.
Killing me surprised. You make friends fast, Crow. I wouldn't go that far. More like acquaintances. A wise man once said that acquaintances are merely friends you haven't shared a drink with yet. A wise man? You said that. Here. Last week.
I can hear Min's lip curl with distaste from across the bar. Leander clears his throat and continues, unperturbed.
Let's toast to Crow's health. Care to join in, Doctor?
Kuras politely declines with a wave of his hand.
How about you, Min? No. Are you... No.
A resounding pop pierces the din of the bar. We all turn in the direction of the noise. Veer looks almost bashful as he accepts an overflowing flute from the bartender. Poured from a bottle so old its label has been worn blank.
They serve champagne here? Since when?
Veer pauses in the middle of licking champagne foam from his fingers with a coy smile.
You don't mind, do you?
In a transformation as impressive as his magic trick, the concern on Leander's face vanishes. He laughs softly.
Nah, be my guest. I know you've got expensive taste.
Then he shoots the bartender a frantic look. Unbothered or uninterested in his company, Ice cants his head at me, a light smile on his lips.
How about you, Sparrow? Said I'd buy you a drink earlier. No, my treat.
Ice regards Leander over the lip of his glass. In the dim light, the glint in his crimson eyes looks downright dangerous.
Well, I bet, Crow.
Yeah!
Take the drink.
Drink it,
Take
chug,
it.
chug, 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 chug.
I'll take you up on that drink. As long as it's not one of those green shots. Don't knock 'em till you tried 'em. Tastes better than they look.
Somehow, I doubt that, but I hold my tongue long enough for Leander to go behind the bar.
He's lying, isn't he?
When I glance at Ice, he only shrugs.
Like I said, they were chewy. Probably poisoned, too.
He considers his own drink, a tumbler of amber-colored whiskey.
Leander tried to kill me dozens of times by now. It's always a gamble.
Fear clicks his tongue in disapproval. When he finally looks my way, it's with a half-lit gaze softened by his third glass of champagne.
What are you? I wouldn't let Leander put anything in my mouth.
He fans his fingers over his chest, voice dripping with fake reverence.
The Wet Wick is one of the finest drinking establishments in all of Iridia. While you're here, you may as well partake of the signature watered-down drinks and stale nut leather.
Well, damn! He sweeps his hand towards a chipped ceramic bowl filled with spindly, speckled jerky that I can only assume is nut leather. What is with the food in the city? I'm honestly worried about the food in the city too. If you know, if I'm being honest.
As abysmal as you make it sound, this place is completely packed. Well, not bad. Ending on the day, food's edible.
Edible doesn't mean tasty. Ice takes a measured sip of his drink.
Gotta stick around for the real attractions, though.
Before I can ask what he means, Leander returns with a tumbler that he sets in front of me. Uneven chunks of ice bob in a pool of reddish-purple alcohol. I sniff the drink suspiciously. To my relief, this time all I smell is the sharp, clean scent of gin with an undercurrent of fermented fruit.
Ooh.
Mmm.
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Does that make you want to get one during the weekends?
You know what's the weird thing about gin? So, if you've ever had gin before, it essentially is like
I've
the
never
most
had any alcohol
flowery-
before.
Well, to put it mildly, you ever walk into like a really really clean bathroom and like it's got like that almost like floral like smell,
Yeah.
you know, like very very clean. Gin is kind of like that. It's very floral. Like it's called it's botanical, so it's made with like a lot of like flowery like kind of stuff. So it's very interesting tasting.
I mean, I do.
If you mix it, if you mix it with fruit, it's pretty damn delicious.
Ooh. Well, I'm never gonna have one, but you know.
Relax. It's a local specialty, plum gin. If you're feeling more adventurous.
Have you ever had plum gin?
No, I've had a grapefruit gin.
Grapefruit.
Interesting.
I said this before. I said this before in my last stream, but I feel like people rarely ever try like passion fruit. But I think I can kind of understand why, because depending on who makes it, passion fruit can be like super perfumey, when it doesn't mean to be. But
It's also about like where you're from and how easy it is to get passion fruit, because you know if you have to like bring it over from somewhere, like it can be not the best quality.
Yeah, I kind of like passion fruit when it has like with passion fruit soda or sparkling passion fruit. I like that, but I know that again, depending on who makes it, it can smell kind of perfumey, which I know isn't what people like. I don't mind it though.
Yeah.
I like passion fruit. I shake my head. Leander wraps his knuckles against the bar until the group falls silent.
All right, everyone, let's toast. May Crow's stay in Iridia be full of bright adventures and discoveries. Cheers.
Leander, Ice, and Veer raise their glasses in unison. Min only crosses their arms, and Kuras watches with polite indifference. I tip back my drink. The plum gin is eye-wateringly strong. Despite a sharp, medicinal edge, it goes down smooth. One sip softens the edges of my vision. The next fades the din of the crowded bar into a low, persistent murmur. I find myself unwinding for what feels like the first time in years.
Aren't you the popular one, Crow? Guessing you met Karis first? It would be more accurate to say that I found him. He saved my life. I merely performed my duty as a doctor. Although I must admit that I was confused when I woke up missing all my clothes.
Leander just looks at Kuras like, what?
The way you say it like that.
Leander makes a choked noise. Somewhere behind him, Min sighs.
It's not what you think. Crow was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes.
The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I look away, unable to face Kuras' disappointment, and catch Veer snickering behind his hand. That's my cue to change the topic.
Kuras isn't the only one who saved me today. Don't you listen? I didn't save you. You were simply there. Hey, it's Min for you.
Leander reaches for Min, but they duck under his arm with practiced ease, without so much as looking his way.
As reliable as they are moody. You want to talk, considering you neglected to warn him to stay off the streets at night. Or, I might have gotten a little distracted.
Handholding. Premarital handholding.
Premarital handle.
Min's only response is a short breath.
At any rate, I never got a chance to thank you, man. Don't. The less soulless alive, the better.
For a heartbeat, Min's eyes flick towards Ice, and their lips twist. Ice is too busy nodding along to Veer's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing the notice, lost, no doubt, in an enthralling discussion.
I've had enough of this hellhole. Let's go.
Min and Kura share a brief look, then the doctor speaks up.
Very well. There's something that I must discuss with Leander. You'll excuse us, Crow.
And just like that, the three of them depart, leaving me alone to sever my gin in silence. Or so I think, until I hear a voice so soft and low it's practically a purr.
Lost your tour guide?
I turn to find crimson and pink eyes trained on me. It's not lost on me that they chose the instant the others left to strike. Just my luck. I've had to be abandoned with the two most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, there's no telling what I'll do if either of them push me again.
Don't tell me Leander already snuck off to get his knob slobbered out back, Jesus.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, cool it, Veer, cool it. Chill, man.
He's got business with Kuris and Min.
But yeah, that kind of confirms that Leander fucks.
He does.
If-
He totally fucks.
He totally fucks. He fucks a lot. And we got the room.
But he's so...
We got the room. He fucks in a lot.
Oh. Gross. Two-on-one business, hmm? Isn't he lucky?
I can't tell if it's the champagne or the company, but Veer has grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped on the back of his hand. His ears twitch whenever a hiccup shakes his shoulders.
Why are you so far away? Come join us.
He pats the empty bar stool beside Ice, but I hesitate. The smile Veer wears is sweet and distinctly sly, and with drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Ice will mess with me next.
We gonna bite? I'm not sure about that. Just hours ago, he tried to rob me, and you threatened me. Me? Steal? Surely you must be mistaken. You sure it was me? Yes, it was you. Then you had the gall to kick me out just so you could go drinking.
He gives another one of his shrugs.
I was lonely.
A simpler answer than I expected, but I guess I can't fault him for that. Veer suddenly slumps forward, gossamer sleeves pulling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ice sets his hand on Veer's waist, narrowly preventing him from tipping off the counter.
How about we start fresh, hmm? Begin with proper introductions. Get off on the right foot and whatnot. I'll start. Name's Veer, hunter extraordinaire.
Veer's right hand flutters to his chest, and he bows his head, flinching when his hair falls into his eyes. Ice doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn now.
It's Crow. It's Crow.
Veer considers me for a long moment, his tail idly swaying behind him. Then, he knocks back the rest of his champagne.
It's a pleasure to formally meet you, Crow.
He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. There's only one syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly turn my gaze away. Ice smirks at my reaction over the rim of his glass.
Is something funny? Nope.
I open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this touch is fun. It must be the gin. A flash of white over Ice's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Kuras heads for the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but it feels wrong to let him leave without saying goodbye.
I'll be back.
Rear hums and wags his finger at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Kuras,
Gah!
I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck thicker than both my thighs. Wow.
I have pretty thick thighs,
Yeah,
damn.
you have thick thighs, man. I was about to say something more, but I feel like that might be a little different.
This game's got your mind in the gutter.
Redeem, save your progress. Oh, I haven't been saving.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was about to say something more, but again, you have thick thighs. Thick thighs saves lives, man. Thick thighs saves lives, but that's not what I was gonna say either.
God.
I'll tell you later.
Uh-huh. Oh, God. Out of my way, shitstain.
My words spill out on their own.
You watch it.
I regret them as soon as they leave my mouth. That fucking Jin! The roughneck wheels around, shoving a bloodhound out of the way so he can close in on me.
What do you say?
He shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps into my throat when I see the roughneck bearing down on me.
You trying to start something here?
The roughneck freezes, his fist cocked back. A group of bloodhounds caught by the commotion circle him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long moment, the roughneck looks from me to the bloodhounds. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. The lob narrowly misses my cheek.
Screw it. So many freaks in this circus tonight.
Turns his back on me and comes face to face with Ice. Ooh! Ice came.
Bad boy.
The bad boy came to save you. A dangerous smile spreads across his face. Ooh, that is dangerous. In a different way than the game means, though.
You'll do.
What happens next is a blur. Ice's fist crashes into the roughneck's jaw, causing an eruption of gasps, shouts, and even cheers around us. I scramble to my feet right as the frantic crowd swarms around me, cutting off my sight of everything and everyone. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting, "Oh, Ray! Oh, fuck! Oh, welcome! Oh, hi, welcome! Thank you for the... Oh, thank you.
We accidentally rewinded.
Oh, thank you for the... I rewinded? Oh,
a little bit, not too much.
Thank you for the follow, Mochicat, and also thank you for the follow, Wild Mimi. I rewinded. Oh, thank you for the follow, Saku, Sarah. That surprised me so much. I accidentally rewinded. But hi, thank you.
Hi everyone. We're playing we're playing a visual novel.
Yeah, we're playing TOUCHSTARVED, the demo at least. How is stream is going really well. We're doing. Hi, I'm Yugiri Otome. You can call me Otome. The PNG you see right now is not how I usually look. Oh, you were also playing TOUCHSTAR. How was it? And this is Crow. He's been voice acting for me.
I've been voicing all of the cute boys.
Yeah, he's been voicing all the cute boys. Oh, yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna preface to all the people coming in.
Yeah.
Okay. We just decided to give these characters specific voices, and Leander has a specific accent because some somebody in chat requested Australian, so
Yeah.
if it hits you like a truck, that he sounds Australian, that's why. Anyways, oi, ice, take it outside.
Yeah. I love. Yes, yeah. All the guys have voices. Kuras has like a very dignified voice. Leander, again, has an Australian voice.
He sounds a bit like this. He's very, yeah.
Yeah. You want to give like a little bit of demo for Kuras?
Okay. Gura sounds something like this. Very distinguished and slow. Nice. Sounds like this.
Yeah.
Kind of an edgy guy.
Yeah. Oh, Veer.
Then Veer sounds like this. Kind of a playful attitude, very light. And then Min sounds like this. Very effeminate and quiet.
Yeah. Those are all the voices that Crow has been doing.
Killing it, TBH. Thank you.
Yeah, Crow has been doing really well. It reminds me a bit of
Reminds me a bit about it. I was channeling a little bit of Alucard, yeah.
Literally perfect. Hello. Yeah.
Thank you.
If you guys want to follow Crow, his Twitch username is CorvyWing. VS, yes. CorvyWing. VS, do you want to link Crow? VS, if you're still here. You sound like Matt Mercer.
I sound like Matt Mercer? Oh my god.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. I appreciate that. He's an inspiration of mine, definitely.
Hey, Rava.
Hey, Rava.
Hey. I'm obsessed. Yeah. I mean, once TOUCHSTARVED like officially releases, I might bring Crow in again because like at this point.
Yeah. You know what? I'll do it, but I'm definitely gonna need some prep because
Yeah.
doing these back to back has been.
I was like, hello, is this Matt hiding?
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's Crow's Twitch account. He plays a lot of games.
I do.
Yeah, he plays some Resident Evil and Genshin, and he's an artist too. The PNG he's using right now is his art. Fan mod all the voices, G. Okay.
Now then, everyone look! Drinks on me.
With those 4 words, the wick erupts with hoots and hollers. The ring around me disperses as bloodhounds and onlookers rush towards the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. Ice vanishes out the back, dragging the roughneck behind him. Ooh, he's defending your honor!
Oh my god.
And the painting uses her art. Yeah, the painting I'm using right now is the special art I did just for TOUCHSTARVED. I don't normally look like this, if I'm being honest. Like,
yeah, this is Ikimen Otome.
Yeah, this is you. My name is Yugiri Otome. That's my title. That's not my name. But for now, I'm Yugiri Otoko. But yeah, if you want to see what I usually look like when I'm not this, I look like this. I'm a cute anime kid.
Oh, it's up?
Yeah, it's up again.
Hello?
Time to refresh. You guys are just chatting about anime stuff now. Is it back? Does everyone hear us?
I'm dying.
You are dying. You're always dying. You are anime boy. Okay, yeah, we're back. I think we can like rewind it a tiny bit.
A tiny bit. I think yeah. Hi guys. Hi. There's a little hiccup, but we're back.
Yeah.
We're back and ready to finish up this scene here.
Yeah. To be fair, we've been on stream for like 3 hours or so, so it was bound to happen eventually. But 3 hours of good connection was pretty good though.
Yeah.
Okay, I rewinded all the way back here.
Mm.
With those
You wanna
four
try sharing
words.
your screen again.
Oh right, I forgot. No, I did share my screen.
Did you? Wait, hold on. Oh, you are. Okay. Might be everybody.
Yeah, it's your B, not my B. With those four words, the wick erupts with hoots and hollers. The ring around me disperses as bloodhounds and onlookers rush towards the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. I hacked. Ice vanishes out the back, dragging the roughneck behind him. Kuras lingers near the door, searching, I suspect, for any wounded before he departs. Min draws their hood up tight as they slip out a side door, while Veer leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. And Leander, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically at the bartender. In the space of a heartbeat, I realize that there's no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak to tonight. I follow. We get to choose! We get to choose!
I'll leave this decision to you, Otome. It's your stream.
I mean, to be fair, I think since early on, even when I was just announcing I was gonna play this game, I was always gonna be drawn to Ice, the asshole.
Oh, we're going for the bad boy. Oh yeah, save here. Save here so you can just come back to this.
Save here. I'm gonna save here. So we can save here and then we can just choose all the options and see how it goes.
Maybe not tonight. It's
Yeah, maybe
a little
not
late my
tonight.
time, so
Yeah.
we'll do one route. For
Okay,
now.
we'll do Ice. We'll do Ice.
Mm. Yeah, we back.
Morbid curiosity draws me after Ice. I slink out the back of the wet wick. The alley's dead silent. Not really what I expected from a fight. A dull crunch reaches my ears, then a thud. I peer around the corner of the building, careful to keep hidden. Dark, glistening red spatters the ground, spidering through the seams of cobblestone. It guides my eye to a collapsed body across from me. Once so violent, the roughneck is now little more than a sack of crumpled flesh, blotted with mud. Oh no! Oh no! Ice exhales,
Oh, no.
his breath misting against the cold air. Blood flecks his knuckles as he looms over the motionless body, his feet on either side of it.
Oh, my name's Corvawing.
Yeah, Corvawing. If VS is still around, can you link Crow's Twitch again? And you can also link my Twitter, because I'm very active on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Fear spreads like ice in my bones. Moments ago he was joking and friendly with the others, but now... Ice's crimson eyes find me in the dark.
Not running, Sparrow.
I warily rise to my feet, moonlight illuminating my face.
I thought I was out of sight. Got eyes on the back of my head.
Oh, just like me!
God.
I steps off the roughneck. My eyes stay locked on the body. It's wet with layers of blood and grime. Completely still. Were your stream dead? Yeah, it went dead for a few minutes, but I'm back. Although we are, I think, at nearing the end of the demo. I think.
Yeah. He's alive. Are you sure? Calling me a killer or a liar? I don't
know if he would appreciate being called a liar, but then again, killer is also like, eh.
I don't think he's ever really told us a lie, has he?
Yeah, I don't think he's ever lied. He's just He just dances around the truth, more like.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt he. I mean, he did threaten to kill us, so.
Yeah, so I think killer is more accurate. Stop the voices I can't do good. I can fix him.
I can make him worse. Killer. Must be scared. You won't hurt me.
Especially because ice is my weakness. Oh, you like in the ice too, I see.
The handsome boy.
The handsome bad boy, who is also soft around animals.
Well, weird eldritch animals.
Oh yeah, we're eldritch animals. Not animals. It comes off more like a question. His eyes flick down my body, then up again. Oh, he was checking you out, bro.
Not like him, at least.
His bloodied knuckles catch his attention. He tries to rub them clean, but ends up smearing the blood around more.
I keep making bad impressions on you.
Ooh, he's worried.
I didn't know you cared about my opinion. I just prefer you didn't piss yourself when we talk.
Annoyance bubbles in my chest.
I'm not pissing myself, even with your bad impressions.
My favorites are most definitely Ice than Leander. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of the same. I think for me, it's definitely Ice and Leander as well. I don't know what Crow likes.
That's probably the same, honestly.
You say, okay, same? Okay, yeah, both of us, Ice and Leander. A Wizen though, I can't pick a fave. I love all of them. Yeah, I know you want the harem route. Or a Wizen, you want the harem route. That's what you want. Like the first time we met, Ice chips away at my fear, replacing it with irritation instead. Ice kneels beside the roughneck and frisks him. I can't help but wonder if the crime was worth the punishment, but I hold my tongue. Deftly, Ice's hands search through the roughneck's pockets. It doesn't take him long to find his prize, a cigarette and a matchbox. He strikes a match. Sparks light up his angular features with a golden glow. It's distracting for a moment, but my gaze inevitably drops back to the muddy body.
You're just gonna leave him there?
Can we get this man an adult diaper? That's a lot of pee-pee. What? Well, I don't mind a harem. Leander is sus AF, man. He's suspiciously wholesome. Yeah, I think that's the thing. He's suspiciously wholesome, but you're kind of like, I want him. Ice draws deep from the cigarette. He exhales heavily, smoke curling past his lips. I breathe in the sweet spice scent of cloves. As his tension melts away, he looks at me with cool-lidded eyes.
Did I give him a blanket?
I'm bothered by the maybe corpse. He takes a seat on a crate opposite the bar. I stand awkwardly, forgetting why I came out here in the first place. An unpleasant silence stretches between us.
Weather's nice.
He's a hot himbo. How can I resist that? Right, we called him a himbo too.
Yeah, he is a himbo.
He's a full-on himbo. Cold, murky, and humid, he means. I want to believe he's teasing me, but for all I know, this is pleasant for Iridia.
Was Princess good company? Who?
He takes another long drag. His metal rings catch the light of the cigarette in a flash of red.
Solus escorted you back.
He named his soulless dog Princess? He names his soulless dog Princess?
I mean, she was very sweet to us.
I mean, she's very sweet, but I feel like that. You know what? I feel like that's definitely still in character. He's the delinquent guy. Okay, so.
Yeah. You named it Princess? Jealous?
I return his smile.
Oh god, oh, we're like hard flirting
you're
now.
flirting! Oh, Crow!
You have no idea. I think your nickname's more fitting.
sparrow. Not sure where Ice got it from. Maybe I should tell him to call me by my name, but it's kind of nice. Not that I'd ever tell him that. Before I can dissect my feelings, I quickly change the subject back to the soulless. I don't think he wants.
She was cute.
She was cute.
She was kind of cute. In a weird way.
He just loves pet names. Lil Sparrow. Which, again, I mentioned this earlier, ironically, because Crow's name is Crow.
Yeah.
This flirting hits diff, man. Yeah, it hits diff. Honestly, it's just the bad boy's way of flirting is the thing. I glanced absent-mindedly at my hand, remembering how she nuzzled into my palm at my touch. Ice's eyes softened for a brief moment.
Her tail wouldn't stop going when she got back. Two of them don't get much attention. Think she's cute now? Until you see her tricks. You taught her tricks? Princess is a smart one. Learn anything. You have the right rewards. Sounds about right.
The idea of tame soulless is still so outlandish to me. I was mauled by a mindless, bloodthirsty beast, and he's talking about them like they're pets. But it's possible, all because of the sea spring. I need to get the answers he wouldn't give me before. I carefully take a seat beside him on the crate, contemplating my strategy. He doesn't seem to mind. He closes his eyes, tilts back his head against the wall, relaxed. Without the pressure of his intense gaze, I feel myself ease up too. As long as I keep my attention away from the bloody heap across from us. I glance over at Ice and allow my eyes to linger. You're checking the macro. The unspeakable, disgusting, vile, repulsive things I'd let Ice do to me. Oh my god, my chat really has turned degenerate. No, you degenerates, please. A sea glass-colored tattoo spirals up his arm, painting over grooves of muscle. Silver jewelry glints in the moonlight. It draws my eyes to his bare chest, rough hands, carved jaw. His ears, his horns, his pupils, everything about him is sharp, even the fangs that only show when he grins. But as dangerous as he appears, I can't help wanting to know more. I wonder how recently he crossed over to this world and why.
What's your verdict?
I whip my head in the opposite direction.
What verdict?
Well, my whole chat is degenerates as well as myself. I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. You're fine. I'm used to being around degenerates now.
Got a long good look? Are you impressed? Or do I need work?
My face grows hot.
I've seen worse. I guess I've seen worse.
He responds with a low chuckle, draped in smoke.
Keep staring then.
My embarrassment spikes. Without thinking, I blurt out a change in topic.
I have a question about the sea spring.
Boredom eclipses his amusement in an instant, and he closes his eyes again.
Of course you do. Thought I made myself clear. But you'd be giving up. Or you kicked me out to go drinking, I still need to know more. My turn for a question.
It sounds more like an order than anything else. I bristle under his narrowed gaze.
Fine.
He takes a long pull from his cigarette and lets the smoke trail slowly from his lips.
Your curse. What about it?
This song and dance is all too familiar. The selfish questions come first. What does it do? Is it painful? Can you control it? I brace myself for the inevitable onslaught.
Is the thought of living with it really so unbearable?
My dread dies with his words. No one has asked me that before.
You've survived this long, unless you're running out of time. I'd wonder if it's really worth the sacrifice.
Okay, here's the thing. Your boy Crow here is touch-starved, okay?
What?
Yeah, it's yeah, that's your character. Did you forget?
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, what?
Yeah, did you forget the character is also called Crow?
Yeah, I forgot that you turned this into me RPing. God.
He flicks the cigarette aside and props his head on blood-smeared knuckles.
But what do I know? I'm just an outsider.
My fingers fuss with the trim of my cloak. Ordinarily, I'd feel annoyed, but now my chest feels tight.
You could have sold me if you were less honest. You're a shit salesman.
He laughs under his breath.
Harsh words.
We lapse into silence again. This time, it's surprisingly nice. The quiet, chilled air is a calming reprieve.
You know, you didn't seem like an outsider. Back at the bar, a lot of people like you.
Ice raises a brow at me. I start by asking about... Uh-oh.
Ask about Leander, because he said he tried to kill him before.
Okay, let's go with Leander. You and... Okay, I did it again.
You and Leander clearly get along well. You like Leander? Doesn't everyone? He's helped me a lot since I arrived in Iridia. He even got me a free room at the Wetwick. His charm has gotten him far. For a leader, he sure likes it when others take control.
I wonder if that's a euphemism for what he likes in the bedroom. I mean, we clearly established the guy fucks, okay?
He does. He fucks.
And we got his fuck room too.
Okay, don't call it the fuck room.
It's his fuck room. What am I supposed to say? Even the bartender knows that it's the fuck room.
Goodness gracious.
Part of me desperately wants to ask what he means, but Ice continues before I get the chance.
Surprised we get along. Thought you'd be at each other's throats instead of drinking buddies.
Smile is easy, but there's a dangerous edge to it.
Leander's done a good job for a human. Naturally, there'll come a time when his resolve is tested. Same could be said for anyone in this plane for the next. Or the next. Sorry, I can't read. As for my resolve, well... stick around in Iridia long enough, and you'll find out.
I nod slowly. I can't decide if it sounds like a promise or a threat.
Got any more observations, Sparrow?
Okay, who do you want to ask next?
Who do you want to learn about?
Let's see. I mean, he was kind of close with Veer, I guess.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
I was surprised to see that you and Veer are so close. Wait, hold on. We get a little bit of lag.
Okay, a little bit of lag. We're gonna slow down.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. We good?
Okay, I think it should be good now.
Okay.
Blessing and a curse. From what I've gathered, most people think he's, I don't know, an asshole. And water's wet.
I wait for him to elaborate or add his thoughts, but he doesn't.
So, what do you like about him?
He lets out a quiet laugh, as if amused by my question.
A lot of things. You already named one. You like that he's an asshole?
Drapes. Looks good in blood. Better in tears.
Oh. 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 The tail. Oh.
The what? If you what?
What?
Wait, did you not hear me read it?
Nope. Nope. You gotta repeat it again.
Oh God! Oh, the lag.
We're finishing up anyways. It's fine.
Yeah.
Favorite thing's a tail. Sometimes it frizzes up if you.
He catches himself, clears his throat. It's hard not to let the disappointment show in my expression.
Beer is one of the most honest people you'll meet. Just.
You gotta repeat that again.
Oh my God.
Beer is one of the most honest people you'll meet. Just don't listen to a single thing he says.
Those sound like complete opposites to me. Okay, let's go with through everyone anyway. Go with Min.
Maybe Min doesn't necessarily like you, but they definitely paid.
Aiza's reactions takes me off guard. He growls, pinches the bridge of his nose, as exasperated as I've ever seen him.
I make enemies as easily as I breathe, Sparrow. Doesn't bother me. But that dove's got it out for me for no reason.
Maybe they're unsettled by the sea spring.
It's not about that. Goes without saying that they've got some issues. Don't think they understand that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
Honey has left a bad taste in my mouth in the past. Could be the same for them.
At least you're capable of a conversation. Do me a favor. Teach a dove some manners. Thought they'd lay off eventually if I didn't bite. Hasn't happened yet.
I briefly consider the possibility that Min wants to get bitten. I'm not about to propose that though. And lastly, caress.
I didn't know that you and Kuris are friends.
In a way. I help him in the clinic sometimes. Doctors doesn't let most people closer than arm's length.
And you do?
Heart's on my sleeve. Get the sense Kuras was like that in the past. Must have been burned.
He trails off after the last few words, then shrugs.
He opens up in his own ways. If he's relaxed enough.
I don't know how to even imagine that.
You'd be surprised. Even the doctor has an endearing side.
I can't decide what's more intriguing, the fact that Kurez has an endearing side, or the idea that Ice has managed to coax it out of him.
Tell me if you uncover any of his other secrets. I'd kill to know more.
My main point is that speaking from experience, being an outsider usually means you don't have friends.
I don't.
I level him with a tired look.
Fine. I'll confess. I have one friend.
Don't say yourself. Oh, I thought that lagged, but no, the music just stopped.
No, the game stopped the music.
Acutius.
My skin prickles at the name, hair standing on end.
Who's that? A friend. Lives in my head.
Yeah, so we're gonna we're not gonna. Okay, I think we're back on. We're gonna end it very, very soon. Okay, yeah, I think we're back on. And you should be able to see my stream. Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, I got your screen on.
Heck yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mofu Soda. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so he's out that lives in your head.
Yeah. Ice taps his temple with a finger. You wanna? Oh, here.
Oh, hold on. I gotta do it.
Gotta get back to your mind.
Hey, my brain slipping. Yeah. Okay, so lives in your head.
Ice taps his temple with a finger.
Right here. Scared you off yet? That'd be the third bad impression I've made all day.
I'm stunned for a long moment, processing what he's just told me.
No.
What? Oh, god damn it. Maybe I just put it here. Oh, it's back. It's properly back.
Nice.
Is this stream back? I'm not sure. Okay, it is. It's still going. Okay. Yeah, you wanna continue? We gotta wrap this up quickly.
Yeah. Okay, we're speed running this.
Okay,
now,
we're
right?
speed running now.
All right,
Okay.
go.
Okay, then I burst into a fit of laughter.
You're serious?
Eyes grins wide enough to flash his fangs.
Deadly.
It sounds so fucking absurd, I can't help it. On top of everything I've gone through today, it feels like I'm living a fever dream. I've come close to death more times than I can count, encountered tame souls in a horrifying group mind, and now I'm supposed to believe that there's someone living inside Ice's head. There are tears in my eyes by the time I rein myself in. Ice waits patiently, lips crooked in amusement.
Sorry, it just sounds so ridiculous.
The tension that wound my shoulders so tightly has melted away, and for the first time in a long time, I feel like I can breathe. I feel better. Well,
Well, you wanted one character to sound like Kermit the Frog, so here
yeah.
we go. Lucas, where in the rat ass are you?
Raucous gruff shouts rise in the streets, echoed by the sound of heavy boots sloshing through mud. The voices share the roughneck's accent from the bar, the same roughneck who is still maybe dead and lying bloodied across from us. I nearly forgot about him. I shoved to my feet as their voices get louder, they're closing in quick. Ice pulls me by the wrist out of the alley, away from beaming moonlight. We dive into a nook between buildings, veiled in the shade of tattered canopies. It's a tight fit. Ice boxes me against the wall, his body all but pressed against mine as he towers over me. Oh, he's cabedoning you! He's cabedoning you, crow!
Nice.
Nice. You got the man titties on you.
That's all I ever wanted.
That's all you ever wanted. For the second time today, the heady scent of smoke envelops me, but this time cut with the metallic tinge of someone else's blood. Ice pitches his voice low.
Quiet.
My heart leaps into my throat. I'm suddenly acutely aware of the heat radiating off Ice's body, the feeling of his leg grazing my thigh, the closeness of his breath. This is bad. I squirm against him and earn a burning crimson glare.
Did we really have to?
His hand covers my mouth, muffling my whispers. He shakes his head. Don't.
Don't.
Damn, he's over here. Dukas, wake up, you bastard.
A group of individuals, all brandishing spiked weapons, fill the alley. They all wear violet sashes, some kind of uniform. I wish I could see what they're doing, but Isa's arm all but blocks my sight. My eyes trail up the teal markings. They coil around his arms, his bicep. They lead up to Isa's collarbone, to the cords hanging around his neck. And to the smuggest smirk I've ever seen.
Fight him.
Oh! Oh! I move before I can think, opening my mouth enough to bare my teeth and bite down on Isa's palm hard. He winces, surprise flashing across his features. His hand leaves my mouth, and I gasp in air. My breath is rapid from the adrenaline. It's only when I lick my lips, when I taste the metallic tang of blood, that I realize I broke skin. Panic builds in my chest. My body tenses, racing for his reaction. Every movement he makes is slow and deliberate. He bends down, leans close to my ear, and a husky whisper only I can hear.
At least someone could drop blood today.
A hot thrill jolts through me. For a heartbeat, I forgot to breathe. Voices in the alley grab Isa's attention this time.
Shit, got more broken ribs than whole ones. What kind of freak did this?
Sorry, Kermit the Frog is taking everyone out, but I love this.
Fan out and find the cocksucker responsible. You three, take Dukas back to base. At least he's still breathing.
Never thought I'd hear Kermit the Frog say cocksucker.
No, there you go. Today's the day.
Chorp.
Chorp.
The alley clears out as footsteps rush away from us. We stay still until they're distant, melting into the rumble of the quarter. When we finally step back into the moonlight, the night air is ice on my skin. I feel dazed in the need to keep my eyes off ice at all costs.
Was that really necessary?
The tremble in my voice is nothing but embarrassing.
Could ask you the same thing. Didn't know sparrows could bite.
You're lucky I didn't do worse.
Try me.
The thought of wiping that shitty grin off his face is definitely tempting.
Staying hidden was the best option. Be a hassle to run into them with you there.
Wait, because I'm dead weight?
His 3 bad impressions are enough for one day.
The answer is too vague for my liking, but he's probably right. Either way, I don't have the energy to argue.
Come on, Sparrow. Let's get you home before you... let's get you home before you're framed for murder.
Very funny.
We reach the front of the wet wick too quickly. I hate to admit it, but I don't want to separate from Ice yet. And not just because he never answered my questions. He's infuriating. As easily as he makes me feel on edge, he can make me feel safe. Secure somehow.
You know where to find me.
At the creepiest place in the world?
Take your time before you decide to drink. I happen to like your shitty attitude.
It takes me a moment to process it, then my eyes flutter down to my feet.
I'll keep that in mind.
When I glance back up from the ground, Ice is already down the street, disappearing into the throng of people. No fanfare, not even a wave. Asshole. Oh.
Oh God.
Oh. Okay.
Is this what we call it? Oh.
Choose your fate. Well, I mean, we've been with Ice the whole time, so
Choose your fate.
I guess Ice. I'll go with Ice
The
again.
demon boy.
Demon boy. Oh. The demon renegade, an intimidating yet laid-back outsider. Ice presides over a sea spring with unnerving powers. He offers you a miracle, but the price means submitting yourself to the horrifying presence at the heart of the spring. But you gaze into the abyss for answers, even at the risk of losing yourself. Confirm?
Do it.
We saved, so it's all good. Yeah, we did it.
Oh,
We
did
finished.
it! Oh my God, we finished it!
It took over 3.5 hours.
Holy shit! I had not expected to take that long. I thought it was a shorter demo than that.
Right? It said demo. I thought it was gonna be short, but it took 3.5 hours. God damn.
Yeah, we did it. It's very late for me. I should
Yeah,
be going
you're
to
gonna.
bed
Yeah,
already.
yeah. We're gonna stop stream here, guys. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you so much for the raid, Sakusara, and thank you also so much for all the follows as well. Big thank you to Crow for voicing all the hot anime boys.
Yeah.
Again, if you guys wanna go follow him, his username is CorvyWing everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but bye-bye. Good night.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.